How many of us have had that feeling where we want to do something bigger, we want to achieve more, we want to serve more, but we hesitate or we hold back for whatever reason? And especially right now, in these times of uncertainty, it can create doubt where we constantly second guess ourselves. We've all been there. But seeing and hearing from those who have embraced this challenging time, who are seeing it as an opportunity, it's incredibly powerful because you realize this is an important moment in your bigger journey. You realize that where we are now isn't necessarily an indicator of where we're going. It's just part of the journey. And that's why now, more than ever, it's time to pick the path that you're going to take. And I believe that we as passion-driven entrepreneurs have a duty to roll up our sleeves, to solve problems, and to stand up for our purpose, to find our voice and put it out there in order to make a massive impact in the world. Because right now, there are some big problems that impact you, me, and everyone else in this world. And the ripple effect of these problems will change the way that we do things now and in the future. We can't bury our head in the sand or hide and hope that things are just going to get better. As entrepreneurs, it's our responsibility to show up every day and serve our people. This is our opportunity right here, right now, to think bigger and better and to come up with more innovative solutions when our backs are up against the wall. We have been forced into a situation that we never imagined we'd be in. But in times of desperation, they fuel leadership. They fuel innovation and creativity. And that's why now is the time. Now is the time to pivot. Now is the time to rethink your business. Now is the time to move from offline to online. Now is the time to make a change and go for it. And the goal of this live training is simple. Is to equip you with a proven plan that creates more stability and safeguards your business from the ups and downs, and especially during times of uncertainty. One that generates predictable, recurring revenue every single month, no matter what is happening in the world. It's about reducing stress, anxiety, and fear, and redesigning your business so that you can be more present in the lives of those that matter most when they need you most. The way that we do business is changing. Thought leaders, authors, speakers, coaches, influencers, podcasters, bloggers, retail store owners, basically anyone with skills, knowledge, products, or services that they want to share, they've made the strategic decision and adopted a recurring revenue model. And you'll see exactly how to pivot and make this shift too. Because right now is the right time. Memberships are booming. People are online more than they have ever been online before. And there's more people online than ever before. And research studies show that people want to use this time. They want to learn new skills. They want to pursue passions that they've never had time for. And they want to improve themselves. They want to come out of this a better person than they went in. People are also craving connection, and a membership provides a safe environment for people to connect with one another in a deeper, more meaningful way. And memberships provide stability. And it's this stability that can safeguard your business from the vulnerability and the ups and downs of chasing one-off sales. That's why I wholeheartedly believe in the power of online membership sites now more than ever before. And the opportunity for you and I to join the membership movement is right now. And I can't wait to see you during this training as we work through this together. Let's go! Well, hot diggity dog, there you are, and here I am. Welcome to today's training, which is all about the membership blueprint and the 3 secrets to transforming what you know, love, and do into a recurring revenue membership. My friends, my amigos, how the heck are you? Listen, we have been going nonstop this week, helping you get clear on how to launch a successful membership. And I am super pumped to be here, and I can see you in the comments. So let me know where you are watching and listening from. I want to give a shout out to everybody who is in the Telegram group, because I saw all your let's go in the comments. Thank you for that. Let me know where you're I see Sophie from Sweden, Chelsea from Milwaukee, Tash from Australia, the Netherlands, Italy, Montreal, Toronto, Canada, the UK, Yorkshire, UK, Barcelona, Norway, France, another Barcelona, Miami, Peru. Oh my goodness, what an international audience we got today. Hungary, Scotland, Australia, Estonia, Madrid, Vegas, baby, Aruba, Miami, Florida, South Africa, Spain, Norway, oh my goodness, Poland, Pittsburgh, the UK. Rosinda said, let's go. Nice. You guys are amazing. Saskatchewan, Manchester, the UK, Portugal, Washington State, Wisconsin, London, Canada, baby. I love it. Wales, Tennessee, Mexico, Quebec City. Is it Scranton, Nelson. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Essex in UK, Iowa. Woohoo! Bulgaria, San Diego. Man, look at you guys. Thank you. Listen, great to have you here today. I'm really excited because, oh my goodness, the momentum that has been created in our community over the last week and a half has been unparalleled. Seriously, watching how people are taking the free information that we're sharing here and immediately applying it, immediately getting results and creating a ton of momentum. You know, I received a whole bunch of messages. I do check my own messages. So I receive messages on Instagram, and well, that's where I was checking a lot of them this morning. And I just want to say, like, there's just so many heartfelt messages that have been sent in regards to you using what you have learned throughout this whole series, putting it into practice. I got one message from a gentleman this morning that was really heartfelt. He just said, Stu, like, this has been, you know, a game changer for me. He himself was struggling really hard because his business had come to a screeching halt with all of the COVID things. He did a founding member launch. He's already welcomed 22 members into his membership. And he said it's just given him a little bit of breathing room. He was able to pay some of the bills, able to pay a credit card, some of the credit card off. And he said he was able to go and get groceries for the first time in a few weeks and not have to rely on food stamps. And when I see that, like, I'm just like, wow, this is why what you do, what I do, what we do in our business, this is why it matters, my friends. And I share this with you because, you know, oftentimes we don't get that interaction. We don't see or hear. Like, I know I'm publishing my, when I publish my podcast, like I never know who's listening and I, unless I hear from you. And so when I get these messages, oh my gosh, they sink home. They make everything I do worthwhile, and I really appreciate it. Now, my daughter, Marta, you want to quick come say hello?
No, I need my iPad.
Oh, you're looking for your iPad. Okay, this is hashtag work from home. Here, quick, come say hello. That's in that camera. Okay. See, you might be able to see yourself over here, but that's that camera. But you're looking for your iPad.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Your iPad is just down over there.
Okay, thank you.
Hashtag work from home, my friends. This is what it's all about, right? This is exactly what the whole, COVID, the quarantine, everything has created a situation where we've all been thrown for a loop. And with that, though, what I love seeing is I love seeing the creativity, I love seeing the resiliency, and I love seeing how people are now moving forward. They're trying things that they've been thinking about doing for a long time. And now it's like, what the heck? I'm going for it. And because of that, you're taking what you're learning in this series, putting it into practice, and making things happen. So my friends, welcome. So here's what we're going to do. Today, we're going to talk about 3 specific things. Number 1, we're going to talk about the 3 secrets to taking what you already know, love, and do and turning it into recurring revenue. And this is where I get very passionate because at the end of the day, there has been some research that was coming out of the UK. This was a few weeks ago. And they asked 2,000 people who had been quarantined. And they said, what are you looking to do with this time? And here's an interesting stat that I want you to write down. In fact, I'm going to go to the iPad right now. And here's what they said. This came out of the research. The research, they asked these 2,000 people. And 69% of them said that they were looking forward to using this time to learn a new skill. And that could mean gardening, could mean a new language, could mean an instrument, could mean, I was playing an instrument, that's guitar, could mean coding, could mean a whole bunch of different things, right? Learning to read, learning to write. 69%, we're looking to use this time to develop a new skill. 57%, we're looking to use this time to pursue passions. Passions that they hadn't normally had time for. Now, what's interesting about this is we are seeing this reflected in our tribe community every single day. Because while I'm sensitive to what's been happening in the for so many business owners, right, from both a health perspective and listen, I've got a dear friend, her name's Carrie. She's an ER nurse. She's on the front lines of this. You know, she is right now living in a trailer in her driveway to keep separated from her husband Josh and their 2 kids. So I understand the health concerns on this. It's absolutely serious. I also understand the ripple effect that it's having in the business world. You know, one of my dear friends, one of the groomsmen in my wedding, Mike, owns a restaurant. Sales have been completely dried up. One of our dear friends, Lindsay, and her husband, Joe, they own a brewery. Again, same thing. They've been scrambling and they've been hustling and trying to do whatever they can. But, yeah, you know, sales have certainly shortened up. You know, we have a friend, Natalie, and her husband. They own multiple coffee shops. Same thing. So I get what's happening right now on that side of things. But on the other side of things, the online world is booming right now. And this is not what's being talked about, but this is actually factual what is happening. And we see it being reflected every single day in the tribe community, and it's because of these 2 things. People are wanting to use the time. They're wanting to use the time to be productive. They're wanting to use the time to further themselves, to come out of this a better human being than when they went in it. Now, what this means is that people are investing in online learning and memberships. This is why we see in the last several weeks, we've seen a whole bunch of people in all kinds of different markets launching their memberships, growing their memberships. Whether it's Emily Jeffords, who completed a launch, welcomed over 360 plus members into her art membership. Or whether it's Tamra Bennett, who just finished her launch, welcomed 420 members into her membership, teaching people how to paint decorative door hangers, bringing her membership total up to 1,127. Or whether it's Lindell Piera, who just finished her relaunch of her membership, welcoming 186 new members, teaching people about weight loss. Or whether it's Maxie, who finished her relaunch of her quilting membership, welcomed 107 members. Or whether it's Levi Kajula, who crossed a major milestone today. Major milestone. 10,000 members. 10,000 members. And why? Because his sales during this time have been tripling. So I'm sharing this with you because I'm excited today to show you the 3 secrets of how to take what it is you already know, love, and do and transform it into a recurring membership. Now, I'm also going to talk to you today about the fastest way to launch your membership, whether you are an expert or not. So we'll talk about that. Plus, I'm also going to talk about the easiest way to get your membership site up and running, even if you aren't technical. All of that is coming to you today. Now, before I get started though, I want to know in the comments, I'm going to give you a few options. In the comments, I want you to tell me who you are because I want to know who you are. Number 1, are you an expert? Number 2, do you have an online following? But maybe you don't have recurring revenue set up around that yet. Number 3, are you a coach or consultant? Number 4, are you an early stage entrepreneur, meaning you're just getting started? Or number 5, are you an entrepreneur who sells products or services? Let me know. What number are you? Number 1, are you an expert? Let me know in the comments. Number 2, do you have an online following but maybe not recurring revenue around that yet? Number 3, are you a coach or consultant? Number 4, early stage. Or number 5, product or services? I saw somebody said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay, a couple 1s, 5s, 4s. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 1 and 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 2, 5, 4. Wow, look at you guys. This is awesome. Thank you for participating. And by the way, I have to make a note. I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top. You could probably see on the iPad, it says January 9th. The date on the iPad is just off. Today's date, for example, is May 4th. So for anybody who is observing that, today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So just in case, because sometimes people get a little funny. But thank you for participating in the comments. This is awesome. Somebody just said an all 5 parent here. All right. By the way, one of my favorite comments that I saw right before we were getting started was from Kelly Karen. Is it Cairns? Kelly said, I stayed up until 4 a.m. this morning, and here I am again. What is wrong with me? Kelly, nothing's wrong with you, girl. Nothing's wrong with you. You're immersing yourself. This is exactly what it's all about. Okay, so great. So based on how you responded here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into some different examples, go deeper into a couple different areas based on this. And so I appreciate you sharing that. And one of the things that I want to encourage you is to just really immerse yourself while you're here. Because at the end of the day, one of the things that we are going to, hang on, let me just bring myself back up here. One of the things that we're going to talk about is, as I said, number one, how to take the 3 secrets to taking what it is you already know, love, and do, and turning it and transforming it into recurring revenue. We're going to talk about the fastest way to launch, even if you are or are not an expert, and we'll talk about the easiest way to create a membership, even if you're not technical. Now, the other thing that I want to do is I want you to know that we are absolutely going to take questions. So if you have questions as we go through today, what I want you to do is type the word question in capitals, all caps, and then type your question thereafter. The question doesn't have to be in caps, just the word question. So write it question like this. Here, I'll show you on the iPad. So write like this. Go question in all caps, and then say, your question would follow. Make sense? Okay, and the reason I say that is because our team is going through the comments. Cynthia, great job. Annie, great job. Looks like you're already off to the races. So you've already got your questions, and what our team's going to do is throughout today's presentation, they're going to pull all of those out, and they're going to give them to me at the end, and then I'm going to go through as many questions as humanly possible. So if you've got a question, know that we are going to circle back. We're going to get to that. Make sure you put it into the question, into the comments right away while you're thinking of it, and then our team will pull that, and we will answer those as we go through. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to some slides, so hang on 1 second while I do that. Now, one of the things to note is we're going to go back and forth between slides. Sometimes I'm going to pop out. I'm going to ask you questions. We're going to engage. And so I want you to use this time. Because this time is dedicated to you. And I want you to know that I've spent the last decade working with tens of thousands of membership site owners in all kinds of different markets. And so what I want you to do is I want you to use this time. Like, put away all the distractions, put away Slack and email, put away any of the distractions that are going to pull you away from this, and just give yourself this time. You've come here for a reason. I want to show you how to make the most of it. And as I said, if you've got questions, we've got answers. Put them in the chat anytime. Just put caps, question, and our team will scoop that up. Because here's my goal in all of this. My goal is to help you get paid every single month. And more so now than ever before, I am passionate about this because I've seen how a membership site has shown up in a big, huge way for business owners, both in the best of times, but also right now during the most challenging times. I've received so many incredible messages from Casey Hope and Sarah Williams and Mary Claire Fredette and Tracy Shear, who all have brick and mortar businesses, who have all sent me messages privately and said, thank the heavens that we had our online membership. And so I am passionate about this because I know it doesn't matter what type of business you have, whether you have a product-based business, service-based business, knowledge-based business, or community-based business, you can do this, and we're going to show you how. So what makes this different? Well, this isn't just pie in the sky theory. This is based on experience, literally working with tens of thousands of membership site owners. Now, what you may or may not know is in 2008, I had a very successful consulting business. But the problem is that I was burning the candle at both ends. And I don't know if anybody can relate, but I was up early in the morning, up late till at night, and I was with clients. Boom, 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 all day long. So the writing was on the wall, which was like I had just gotten married to my lovely wife, Amy, and I realized in that moment that something had to change because there was no way that I would be able to continue to run and grow that business and be a present husband and eventually a present father, right? And so something had to change. Something had to give. And so I asked a friend of mine, a mentor of mine, and I said, what do you suggest? And he said, you should create a membership site. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, look, Stu, what you're doing right now with your clients, you could just as easily do and teach that material where instead of working one-on-one, you teach once and boom, now you can reach many. He said it would give you so much more leverage. So I was like, wow, that sounds amazing. So yeah, I started looking into it. In 2008, it was not what it is today. I mean, back then there were far fewer options as far as tech goes, and it was super complicated. I was up to my eyeballs in things like server settings and HT access files. It was way over my head. So then I had a conversation with another friend of mine, Tracy, and I was complaining, moaning and groaning. And he said to me, Stu, why don't you just create your own solution? And I said, Tracy, buddy, are you not hearing what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that I'm having trouble with the tech, and there's no way I could program something myself. And he kind of smiled, and he said, Stu, why don't we work together? He said, I have an amazing programmer that I've been working with for years, and let's create a solution together. And we did. And that solution ended up being called Wishlist Member, became the world's #1 membership platform for WordPress. And through that, we were working with 70,000 plus membership sites and communities. And I saw what some sites were doing things right, and I saw that the majority of sites were doing things wrong. And so after being behind the scenes now for over 12 plus years, I realized there is a much easier path to growing a thriving membership. It does not have to be stressful and all-consuming, and with the right strategy, it could be very profitable. So imagine having a membership that reduces stress and increases profitability every single month. See, what I saw was that the hard way, which is what most people were doing, was they'd create a whole bunch of content, they'd launch, and then just pray that people would come, and then they would struggle to keep up with the content each and every month. And so through all of this, I just started focusing on what were the sites that were growing year over year doing differently than those that were not. And what I started to see was that they were using some very unconventional strategies, both as it relates to their content, their marketing, the way they keep people happy in their community and retention. And so that's what I started paying attention to. And what I saw was that the most people would have a membership site that would look like this. It would take off, and then slowly sales would start to die off or plateau. But these few sites that were growing year over year, this is what their growth curve looked like. It looked like a staircase where, boom, it would go up and then it would hold steady. Then it would go up and it would hold steady. Up and hold steady. And so I took what I learned in that and I applied it to a brand new membership. I partnered with best-selling author Michael Hyatt. And we launched a membership site called Platform University. It was off the back of his best-selling book. And after week number 1, we welcomed 1,100 members. After year 1, we had rose that number to 25. After year 2, it was 4,500. And after year 3, we had more than 6,000 members. And it followed the exact same growth curve as those few sites that were growing year over year. And so what ended up happening was people started to take notice because Michael, before, had a very successful business, but he was on the road all the time. He was a speaker. And because he was just coming off a best-selling book, he was in high demand. He would speak anywhere between 30 to 40 times a year. A day on the front, a day on the back meant he was gone over 100 days a year. A mutual friend, Andy Traub, introduced us and said, Stu, I think you could really help Michael. So Michael and I sat down and I said to him, what's your number one challenge in your business? And he thought for a moment and he said, Stu, I love what I get to do. I love the message I get to share and who I get to share it with. He said, but the number one challenge is that I just want to be home. I just want to be home with my wife, Gail, my 5 daughters, my grandkids. So I said, okay, I can help. And that's when we launched Platform University. And look what happened. And it took him from being on the road over 100 plus days a year down to less than 15. And we grew a multi-million-dollar membership using these best practices. And because of that, people started asking, how are you doing this? And so I started consulting and then coaching, and then I started doing workshops. And then that's led me to where I am today, where I get the honor of teaching thousands of entrepreneurs just like you how to take these best practices, apply them to your business, and start growing a highly profitable membership. So let me ask you in the comments, give me a heck yes in the comments if you want to learn the easy way to grow a membership. Give me a heck yes in the comments. And Cynthia said, I can so relate to Hyatt's pain. Been there. Yes. Sarah said, yes, please. Kirsty, yes. Heck yes. I'm seeing all the heck yeses. You guys are awesome. Woohoo! Yes. Thank you, gang. Rosie, Kelly, Lisa, Hannah, Paul, Michael, Joyce, Jill, Corinne, Charlie, Brandy, Thomas, Tasman, Cheryl, Elisa, Ann, Maddie, Patricia, Nita, Tina, or Tiani, Lori, Danielle, Charlie, Amy, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I saw a comment there. I forget whose name it was because it went by so fast, but somebody just said, I'm tired of finding the next sale. And listen, that's why I'm here, my friends, because the old way of doing business is that you make a sale and hope that somebody is going to come back and do business with you again. But the new way of doing business is totally different. The new way of doing business is that you make a sale and that same customer continues to pay you month after month after month. As long as you take care of them, they will continue to pay. And what an amazing business model too, right? You and I, we get rewarded every single month as long as we take care of people. It's the best business model around. And so that's what I want to walk you through here. But before we get into it, I do want to say results are not typical. And I have to say this because there are some people, it's not likely you, but there are some people who just think that once you've got the information, magically money's just going to appear into the bank account. Nope, it doesn't work like that. This is a dance between you and I. And a dance, it takes 2 to tango. And what I mean by that is like, I'm going to share with you absolutely best practices. I'm going to share with you proven strategies that work. But they won't work unless you implement. It's the bottom line. And every market is different. Everybody has different experience. Everybody's got a different level of commitment. And so as much as I would love to say, just because you've heard the information, that it's instantly going to create a result for you, that's just not true. But what I do know is that these principles, these strategies have been proven to work over and over and over again. And so when you put them into practice, they will work for you too. Now, here's the 3 secrets. I'm going to quickly outline these. Number 1, it's just as easy to make a recurring sale as it is to make a one-time sale. Number 2, the less you do, I should say the more money you make. I apologize about that. That's a mistake. The less you do, the more money you make. And you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. So let's talk about this. Number 1, it's just as easy to make a recurring sale as it is to make a one-time sale. This is because of 2 reasons. 1, recurring memberships. Now let me ask you in the comments. What types of memberships do you belong to? Let me know in the comments. Obviously, there's like things like Netflix, right? There's Spotify. Let me know in the comments, what kinds of memberships do you belong to? Let me see in the comments. Netflix, Amazon Prime, the gym, part of Emily Jefford's membership. Heck yeah. Unstoppable Influence, Kajabi, Stitch Fix, Spotify, ClickFunnels, Amazon Prime, Spotify, Netflix, Facebook, FEA, that's Carrie Green's group. Great, I see another Carrie Green group. Hulu, Sisterhood, Southampton Football Club. I don't. Is that a waste of money? I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding with you. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm sorry. Office 365 Jiu-Jitsu class. Working with the dog. Church. Peloton. Yes, my Peloton peeps. Good to see you. Honor Runyon's membership. Excellent. Wealth Masters. Emily Jeffords peeps are representing. Pete Vargas group is representing. Dollar Shave Club, improv classes, Teachable, Active Campaign, amazing. Bristy Hawkins, Social Easel, Small Church Pastors Group, fantastic. Okay, so listen, you can see there are so many different types of memberships and subscriptions that you and I belong to. And so the number one trend that you've got to realize is that now recurring subscriptions and memberships are just the norm. We're used to this, right? This is how business is done. This is how our lives are run. In fact, we're almost annoyed sometimes if we can't get things on subscription. Let me give you an example. So during this whole quarantine, my wife has been chief strategist, if you will, for the household to keep us all healthy. And one of the things that she has done is she's ordered us a whole bunch of fresh juices, cold pressed juices. Our family loves those. And so she called the company up. She ordered a whole bunch. And she asked them, she said, we're going to want to order these on a regular basis. Do you have a membership where I could subscribe and you just automatically bring these to the house every day or every week? And the business owner's like, no, I'm sorry, we don't. And I was like, oh, my goodness, what are you doing? You got customers who want to give you money on a weekly basis. Just hook us up with a membership, right? So now memberships and recurring subscriptions, they're just the norm. This is what is done. So that's a huge important trend, because back to the slides, why are businesses making this transition? Well, number one, memberships and subscriptions are way more stable. Number two, it creates way more predictable cash flow. For example, there's a car wash right across the office from us. It's a membership. You can go through the membership. I'm just going to go to the iPad here 1 second so you can kind of see this. You can go through the car wash one time for $9. Or you can go through an unlimited number of times for $12 a month. So when you're looking at this, you're like, what? I could pay one time $9, or I could just pay a few extra dollars and I can go through an unlimited number of time? Yes! That's exactly what they have done. Now, the interesting part about this is that this membership right here, this membership, when I joined, they had around 3,000 members. About a month and a half later, because my car was so sparkly clean, my wife was asking why, and I said, because I got this membership at the car wash. And she said, well, can you go and get me a membership? And I was like, well, babies, I can't just take your car through the car wash with my membership. It doesn't work like that. You have to have a membership for each car. And she said, well, can you get a membership for me? So I said, okay. So I went back and I got a second membership. And I asked the girl behind the counter, I said, how many members are you up to now? And she said, well, it's pretty crazy. We are growing like crazy. And we've got 4,500 monthly paying members. 4,500. So time out. All the other car washes in the city are hoping that their customers come back and buy from them again. But this car wash, they don't hope. They know with certainty that 4,500 customers are going to be paying them each and every month. That, my friends, is what is called predictability. So let's go back to the slides. So when you have membership, it is more stable, it is more predictable, and it is far less stressful because you're not worrying about where that next sale is going to come from. You know with certainty that 4,500 customers will be paying you next month. And so this is why you're seeing big companies like the Amazons, like the Adobes, like the Apples, who are shifting toward a recurring revenue model. But this is why you're seeing all kinds of other companies like Burger King. Yeah, Burger King. Burger King rolled out a new membership, $5 a month for unlimited coffee. Why would they do that? Well, number one, yeah, it's going to create a recurring revenue stream. But number two, it's going to bring people back into the restaurant on a more frequent basis. And when they're in the restaurant, are they likely to spend more money? Heck yeah. And you're seeing even car companies like Nissan and BMW rolling out memberships. And so, my friends, so many big companies are moving this way, but so many businesses like yours and mine are doing this too. And it's way easier than you think. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue to show you here today. So trend number one is that memberships and recurring revenue, it's the new normal. But trend number two is the online education. And as I was saying earlier, people are investing in themselves right now. The research shows it, and also the market validates it. We are seeing this every single day in the tribe community. You are seeing it in the free community. How many people have done their founding member launch just in the last several days? It is phenomenal, and the progress that people are making. Let me ask, are there any authors or speakers? Here, I'm just going to come away from the slides for here for a second. I want to ask you, any authors or speakers? If you're an author or speaker, just type in author or speaker into the comments right now. Let me know. Awesome. Okay. Look at you. There are tons of people. Stacy, Nobby, Kathy, Kelly, Simon, Annette, Charlie, Mary, Jeffrey, Rick, Hannah, Adriana, Mary, Amy, Jody, Lindsay, Kirsty, Mosh, Brian. Thank you, gang. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So here's what I want you to realize. I'm going to go to the iPad here. Oops. So, for the authors and speakers, this is exactly what we did. Whoops, I should probably put his first name. 1 second. This is exactly what we did with Michael Hyatt. You know, he had his book, which was called Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World. And what ended up happening was that he was getting a lot of questions from people who were reading the book and just had questions about how to take what he taught in the book and apply it to their business, their life. And I'm sure for those of you who are authors and or are speakers, as a speaker, when you walk off stage, my guess is that you have people who want to come up and ask you questions afterwards. If you're an author, my guess is that after people read your book, you have people who want to ask you questions. And if that's the case, that's a really good sign because that naturally leads to an extension into a membership. And that's exactly what we did. So Platform, the book, got turned into Platform University, the membership. Okay. Any bloggers or podcasters? Any bloggers or podcasters? Let me know in the comments. Yes. Okay, Sarah said, I think somebody said both. Charlie said podcaster. Kathy said blogger, YouTuber, blog, podcaster. Both. Great. Okay, so here's, I want you to pay attention to this. So there is a blog called pinchofyum.com. And it is a food blog. Okay? Now, the owners of this blog are a client of mine back in the day. And they own this food blog, and they were getting a ton of questions from other food bloggers asking them, how are you growing this? How are you doing this? And so they recognized this was an opportunity. So they launched the site Food Blogger Pro. Food Blogger Pro. So it was a membership site helping food bloggers grow their food blog. Like, talk about a niche, right? They have thousands of members. Taking what they're already sharing on a blog or on a podcast. Now, for the podcasters, I got another example for you. This is JB Glosinger. Now, JB is a podcaster, but he has his podcast in a membership. And it's called, whoops, let me write that a little neater for you. I apologize. Morning Coach. Now, he charges $29.97 per month, and every single day he sends a message to those members. And the amazing part about that, last time I checked in with him, he had more than 2,000 members. I share this with you, my friends, because if you're a blogger or a podcaster, a membership is a natural extension of what you're already doing. It enables you to go deeper with people. And when we're talking about the online education, this is exactly what people want. They want to go deeper. Now, let me ask you this. Any experts? If you're an expert, let me know in the comments what your expertise is. In the comments, let me know what your expertise is. Catherine said yes, she's an expert. Expert, healthy eating, yoga, accounting, veterinarian, golf, painting, art, counseling, photography. Oh my goodness, WordPress, fertility, ministry, spiritual. I saw marketing in there. Mental wellness. You guys are coming in hot. Infertility, storytelling, moms in business, a sleep consultant, graphic arts, debt elimination, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, philanthropy, social media, cake decorating, pet sitter, dentistry, stage lighting, surviving life change, photo enhancer, global trade and logistics, positive psychology, youth development, dog trainer, copywriting, logistics, law of attracting, day trading, new mom expert, travel, live music. This is amazing. Look at this group. Golly. You guys are incredible. Okay, so if you're an expert, here's what I want you to realize. Again, when it comes to the online education, memberships are thriving where people are just sharing their expertise. I think of Tracy Harris over in the UK, or not in the UK, over in Australia, sorry. Her membership, Social Method Society. So Tracy started because she has an expertise in helping business owners, specifically moms, use Instagram to drive their business. But her membership has become so much more than just teaching Instagram tips. But that's where it started, right? That was her expertise. I think of Marilyn Aloria. Her expertise, she's a psychic medium. And the challenge was she had a very successful coaching business. She would work with clients one-on-one. But the problem was she, like me back in the day, was burning the candle at both ends. And so she transitioned from coaching to a membership. And what that's allowed her to do is actually serve a lot more people. Right out of the gate, when she very first launched her membership, she welcomed more than 200 plus members into her membership. So not only is she now able to serve a lot more people, but she's also created a tremendous amount of leverage in her business. Another example. Jesse. Now, I will say I apologize because I know I saw some people that were here from Mexico and a bunch of people from Spain. So I apologize because I am totally going to mess this up. But she has a membership site teaching lettering specifically to the Spanish-speaking market. Now, her membership site, this is where I'm going to mess it up, is Ms. Letra Lindos? Did I get that right? So, my Spanish friends, you're going to have to help me out. Ms. Letra Lindos? Ms. Letras Lindas? I am so sorry. I apologize. But my point is, what has she done? She's taken that expertise of hand lettering, and what she has done is transformed it into a membership site for the Spanish-speaking world. And so there are so many examples of this. Like another one, final one that I want to share with you. This is Lisa Cordiff. She's over in Australia. You can find her at Small Steps Living. Now, with Lisa, her situation was unique because she had a very successful blog, had a good following. She was on her maternity leave from her corporate job. It was coming to an end, and she was like, I don't want to go back. I do not want to go back. So did somebody say, is this, Patricia, this is not a replay. Patricia, we are live. Girl, we are live. But anyway, back to Lisa. She didn't want to go back to her corporate job after her maternity leave. So one of the things that she did was that she did a founding member launch to her blog audience. She's an expert on helping families eat healthier. And so what ended up happening, she ended up welcoming hundreds of members into her membership, which eliminated the need for her to go back to her corporate job. So she maximized her expertise and immediately translated it into a membership. So, my friends, just to recap, why is it just as easy to make a recurring sale as it is a one-time sale? Because of two trends. Trend number one, recurring subscriptions are the norm. Number two, online education. People want to invest and they want to learn. And we're seeing this show up day in and day out in our tribe community. No matter whether you are a blogger, a podcaster, an author, a speaker, an expert. And by the way, I'm going to come to the slides here in a minute, but I just want to show you something. There are so many examples of authors who have transitioned to a membership. One of my clients is Dave Ramsey's company. They have transitioned a membership from off the back of this book, Entree Leadership. They also have a membership that's built off the back of this. They also, one of their other brands with Christy Wright, I've done a lot of work with Christy Wright, same thing. They have a membership built off the back of that. You might know this author, Dan Rome, teaches people how to communicate more visually, same thing. And so I'm sharing this with you because this is happening all the time. And you can do this too. Recurring subscriptions are the norm. And number two, online education. Okay, back to the slides. Here's what I'm going to do. Secret number two is the less you do, the more money you make. Now, I know that sounds completely counterintuitive, right? What do you mean? Like, you mean I'm going to do less and I'm going to make more? Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because here's the number one reason that people cancel. Actually, I'm going to do a pop quiz. Does anybody know in the comments? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, what do you think the number one reason that people will cancel from a membership? Anybody? Is that Chelsea? You got it. Chelsea nailed it first. Congratulations. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Chelsea nailed it. But all of you guys who are piping in have nailed it too. Overwhelm. Overwhelm. Overwhelm is the number one reason that people cancel from a membership site. So it's not that your content is not good enough. It's that they are getting too much content and it's overwhelming them. And the moment that the seed of doubt that I can't keep up and that I'm paying for something that I'm not using, the moment that they're thinking that, they're gone. So what does that mean for you and what does that mean for me? It means in a membership site, less is better. Because in a membership site, it's a balance of both teaching people what to do and how to do it, and then giving them the breathing room to actually go and do it, and supporting them in that. Learn and do. Learn and do. It's that balance. If it's all learn and no do, people don't make progress. If they don't make progress, they're gone. So you have to have that balance. And what that means is that you need to scale back. So let me ask you a question right now and be honest. How many of us in the comments right now would think of ourselves as prolific content creators? If that's you in the comments, type "that's me." Type "that's me" in the comments if you're somebody who loves to create lots of content. If you're somebody who loves to create lots of content, be honest and tell me in the comments. Okay, Karen says yes. Sarah says yes. Joanne says me. Catherine, yes. Tadra, that's me. Dr. Johnny, me. Robin, yes. Peggy, Cynthia, Mosh, Bill, Cheryl, Simon, Nate, Kelly, Paul, Molly. You guys are on fire in the comments. This is awesome, by the way. Aaron said, I wish that was me. But here's the thing. If that's you, I want you to pay real close attention to this. More content does not mean more value. Write that down. More content does not mean more value. So then the question becomes, why do people buy? Well, that's what I'm going to walk you through right now. Because it's not, people don't just buy for the information. And they don't just buy for the community. People think that's what they're doing. That's a half truth. But there are 4 reasons why people buy. Number 1, people want more from you. So just like what we were talking about, as an author, as a speaker, as a blogger, podcaster, as an expert, when you're interacting with people, people want more from you. How many of us have seen a phenomenal speaker or read an incredible book and thought to ourselves, gosh, I'd love to follow up with them? Let me know in the comments, who is an author or speaker that you have seen or read their materials and said, gosh, I would love to follow up. I would love to ask them a question. You know, for me, one of the very first speakers that I ever just absolutely adored, it was a gentleman by the name of Charlie Tremendous Jones. And he's no longer with us, unfortunately, but he was an amazing man, amazing speaker. I see Rachel Hollis, Jamie Smart, Michael Hyatt, Pat Flynn, Ariana Huffington, Oprah, Ryan Holiday, Mike Dooley, Dan Pina, Tony Robbins, Marie Forleo, Pedro Adeo, nice, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Brene Brown, Tim Ferriss, Marie Forleo. Thank you for those of you who are putting my name. I appreciate that. Les Brown, Mel Robbins, Dr. Ken Robinson, Brene Brown, Les Brown, Marie Forleo. You guys are amazing. Marie Forleo, Amy Porterfield, Zig Ziglar, Jurgen Klopp, Jennifer Allwood, Carrie Green, Paulo Coelho. Amazing, right? And so Brian Tracy. And I could totally relate. Jamie Oliver, Maya Angelou, Nelson Mandela, yes. Michael Gerber, Pat Flynn. So here's the thing. Did somebody say my wife? Dave Gambrell, you cheeky monkey. Of course I was going to see that one. But here's the thing. we all have people that we would love to learn more from, and the same is true for your audience. They want more from you. Now, that's one of the reasons they're going to buy. Number two is that they want less. Now, I know that's completely opposite to what I just said. I just said that they want more. But no. I said they want more from you, but they don't just want a whole bunch of more information. They actually want less information. For example, one of the most successful membership sites on the planet is a membership site that takes books that are 200-300 pages and provides a summary of those books in about 12 to 15 pages. They take 200 to 300 pages and they condense it down to 12 to 15 pages. And this is why book summaries, executive summaries, these are wildly popular membership sites. And the reason is because people want less, right? They don't want more. If you can give me what is in a 200 to 300 page book in 12 to 15 pages, I'll take it. So people don't just want a whole bunch of stuff. They don't want a whole bunch of information. They actually want less. Number three reason that people will buy is that they want convenience and speed. So the reason that those executive summary memberships are thriving is because they're providing a tremendous amount of convenience and they're creating a ton of speed. Because where it might take, let's say, a week to read a book, they could read the 12 to 15 pages in an hour. So you're taking a week and condensing it into an hour. That is speed, my friends. This is what you and I do when we share our information. We take decades and we compress into days. That is a very powerful and compelling reason why people are willing to join. It's just like another reason. You know, we get one of the subscriptions that my wife and I belong to is we get every single week fresh organic fruits and veggies delivered straight to our door. Yes, we could go to the grocery store. Yes, we could go to the farmer's market. But it's way more convenient to just have it delivered. And so when you create that kind of convenience, people are willing to pay for it. This is why the membership sites that are built around providing like lesson plans or templates or resources on a regular basis are so popular because they save people time. The fourth and final reason that people will join a membership is that people want direction. They don't want to have to sift and sort through all of the information that's available on the web. They just want to be told exactly what to do. What are their next steps? See, when we encounter a situation where there's so much information, the burden is on the person trying to sift and sort through all that information to try to figure out the few things that are relevant for them. There's too much. People just want to be told what to do. People just want to be told what their next steps should be. And so that's why they will join a membership. So onto the iPad here for 1 second. Given that, if you help solve my spelling is getting an ongoing problem. If you help teach a skill or number three, you help create convenience. You have a home run winner of an idea. Now, let me explain this. So, number one, if you are teaching or helping solve an ongoing problem, what do I mean by that? Well, if you've got a dog that's wildly out of control, it's not going to go from an out-of-control dog to a perfect puppy like that. If you're overweight, you're not going to go from being overweight to the perfect weight like that. If you're in a terrible relationship, you're not going to go from a terrible relationship to an amazing relationship like that. that's an ongoing problem that takes time to solve. That's a perfect scenario for a membership site. Similarly, if you're teaching a skill, teaching people how to play an instrument, learn a new language, how to grow a business, whatever it may be, where you're teaching a skill, you don't go from not knowing how to play the guitar to being the next Eric Clapton like that. You don't go from not knowing how to paint to becoming the next Picasso like that. That takes time. That's a process. That's a journey. And similarly, if you're creating convenience for people, like the memberships like Anna DiGilio, Patty Palmer, that provide lesson plans. Deborah Stewart is another great example for preschool teachers who provide lesson plans. You're saving those teachers an unbelievable amount of time. My wife used to be a grade 1 teacher, so I know, because I saw it. Every weekend and the weeknights, she was lesson planning. But now when having those lesson plans just delivered on a platter, silver platter, it saves so much time. It's like Paul Evans with Teen Life Ministries. He saves so much time because he's giving these youth ministers their Sunday sermon so that they don't have to scramble on the weekend to try to get it ready. Save some time. It's like Andrew Crouch over in Australia. He provides Facebook ad templates for real estate agents. Saves them time. Creates convenience. So, let me ask you in the comments, which one do you think you're doing? Are you solving an ongoing problem, teaching a skill, or creating convenience? Let me know. Is it problem, skill, or convenience? In the comments. Somebody just said convenience. Marie said teaching a skill. Ricardo said 1, 2, and 3. Number 2, number 3. 1 and 2. 1 and 3. 2. Skill, problem. Teaching a skill. 1 and 2. Teaching a skill. Convenience. Skill and convenience. Skill. Great. Okay. All 3. That's amazing. So here's the thing that I want you to realize. Staying on the iPad here for a second. At the end of the day, the thing that's going to provide people direction is a success path. And what a success path does if you are somebody who if you are somebody who is solving an ongoing problem or teaching a skill, an ongoing problem, that's going to take time to solve. There's a process to solving that, right? That's what you're mapping out here, is that journey, that process. If you're teaching a skill, you don't just go from, a white belt to a black belt overnight. There's a journey to that. And the whole purpose behind a success path is twofold. One, is designed to help them figure out where they are and what they need to focus on to get to where they want to be. And what this does is it creates the gap. And the gap is what people who are motivated to solve that ongoing problem or to learn that skill want to close. Right? Now, the easiest thing to do is to start down here in the beginning stages and at the end stages. Get clear on those extremes, because these extremes are what are going to drive your marketing. It's what's going to keep you focused in terms of your content. And certainly it serves as a measuring stick when it comes to keeping your members happy and making progress. But if you've got a membership that's focused on creating convenience, I get the question all the time, well, Stu, how does the success path matter to me if I'm sending a subscription box, or if I'm sending a raiser of the month, or if I'm sending a lesson plan? The reason is because you want to be clear on those two extremes. Because even if you're not solving an ongoing problem, even if you're not teaching a skill, but you're providing, let's say, a product of the month, or a subscription box of the month, or a kit of the month, whatever it might be. You've got to get clear on how that's going to make someone's life better or different. So, write this question down. How will it make someone's life better? And the easiest way to describe how it's going to make someone's life better is by having those two extremes. By being able to clearly articulate those two extremes. Where they are now and where they want to be. So for example, we get our weekly vegetables delivered to our door. How could there be a success path to that? The two extremes? Where we are before is we spend so much time running around to the grocery store. It's stressful. It's frustrating. We pay premium prices regardless. Where we are now, we don't have any of that stress. It's convenient. It's easy. It's simple. Prices are actually comparable. And we save so much time. Right? And what can we do with that time? You know, if you really wanted to go to extreme, like one where we were spending that time with our kids running around the grocery store. That's not quality time. Now what do? Well, now we actually have quality time with our kids. We play games. We read together. We go for walks. It's amazing what can happen when you start using and contrasting those extremes. So a success path comes into play no matter if you are helping solve an ongoing problem, no matter if you are teaching a new skill, no matter if you are creating convenience. A success path is important. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the slides. And so secret number one was that it's just as easy to make a recurring sale as it is to make a one-time sale. Number two is we talked about the real reasons that people buy. Number three secret is that you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. I heard this quote back in 2004 from a gentleman by the name of Mike Littman. It's stuck with me ever since. You don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. And the way in which you do that is you start with your market's needs. Specifically their internal and external challenges. Now, I first learned this from the author Don Miller. And back when I was business partners with Michael Hyatt and we were running his membership site, he invited me. He said, Stu, why don't you fly down to Nashville? A good friend of mine, Don Miller, is running a workshop, and he's invited us to come join him. The workshop was called StoryBrand, and it was in the very early days of StoryBrand. And so basically Don wanted a test group to, test his teachings out with, if you will. So we went, and in that, I learned so much about the difference between internal and external challenges. An external challenge is what somebody's going to type into the computer if they go to Google to solve a problem. How to stop a barking dog. My toddler won't sleep at night. How to make money with Instagram. Whatever it may be. They're going to type those things in. That's an external challenge. The internal challenge, though, is what people are thinking but may not necessarily be communicating. And those are powerful. Because when you can understand your market better than they understand themselves, that is when you begin connecting. Because you connect here first because they feel understood for the first time. And once you connect here at the heart, now their minds are open to whatever comes next. So the more you can understand your market and what they're going through and the experiences that they're having, the more you connect and bond, and the more they open to your message, to your information, to your direction, and the more success they'll have. So how do you find and do this kind of research? Well, if you look on the screen, this would be an example. You would go to Google, and somebody would you'd go to Google. Rewind. I'm going to go to the iPad here for a second. Let me just show you something. Let me just flip over to the iPad, and I want to give you two action items. First action item is I would encourage you to list keywords or problems related to your market. List keywords or problems related to your market. Action item number 2 is I would encourage you to list words like forum, blog, podcast, video, groups, and then what I want you to do, third action item, is I want you to go to Google and I want you to type in keyword plus forum, or keyword plus groups, or keyword plus blog. And what you're going to end up finding is you're going to end up finding a whole bunch of resources, discussion forums, areas where your market are sharing their thoughts, their feelings, what is happening, their problems, their challenges. And this is where you do your research. This is where you dig into those comments. This is where you dig into those conversations. And you look for the external and internal problems and challenges. So for example, back to the slides. Let's say that one of the problems that a parent may or may not be experiencing, and I may or may not have experienced this myself, so I may or may not be very familiar with this challenge. So I saw that there was a sleep consultant that is with us here today. This is definitely up your alley. So let's just say that somebody was typed in how to get my toddler to sleep, and then they added forum on the end. Once you dig through some search results, because I did this, one of the places that I ended up finding was this forum called Attachment Parenting International. I have no affiliation with them. I have no idea whether this is good or not good, but what I do know is that there was a bunch of conversations that were happening in this forum. And this gave tremendous insight to both the external and internal problems. For example, let me point your attention to this section here. This woman says, nothing works. She is really active and so happy except for the normal 2-year-old outbursts. She takes a 2-hour nap daily with no problem, falls asleep within 10 minutes. But nighttime is such a struggle, and she will fight for an hour or more and finally sleep from 9 to 6 or 7 usually, but with constant waking up, crying, screaming, whining. That's the external problem. Okay, you with me? Then she says, this is the internal problem. It is totally wearing on my husband and I. I'm sure we are not doing everything perfectly. Who does? So it's wearing on her and her husband. My guess is it's creating a lot of stress even on their relationships, right? And she's doubting herself. And she goes on, she says, I guess I feel like we're missing something, and I don't want to make the same mistake with our second. Any help would be appreciated. That's an internal thought. She's communicating it out loud, but that's an internal thought. She's doubting herself. She's feeling guilty that she doesn't know everything or know how to calm her toddler down or how to help her toddler sleep better at night. When you are able to do your research and get in the mind of your customer like this, oh my goodness, is it going to open up your world? And so this is where you start. This is where you start when it comes to getting going. You got to start with the research because, again, the more you use the words and understand what both the external and internal problems of your market are, the better you can communicate that. The easier it's going to be for you to be able to attract your market. Now, the thing that I want you to realize is that your membership is never going to be perfect, ever. It is never going to be perfect. Hear me when I say this. It is never going to be perfect because it's always evolving, and it's evolving based on what you learn about your members and where they are getting stuck and where they need help. I'm going to roll the sleeves up here. I'm getting fired up here. And so here's the thing. What I'd rather you do is I'd rather you get going sooner rather than later, because you're going to learn so much more and your membership is going to become so much more effective once you get going. Now with that, what's the fastest way to launch a membership site? I said I would tell you this, so let's walk through it. But first, let me ask you, in your membership, are you planning to be the expert or not? Let me know. Are you the expert? If you're the expert, say yes. If you're not the expert, say no. Yes if you are, no if you're not. Donna, this is not a replay. Donna, this is not a replay. Donna McPherson, we are live. Okay, lots of yeses. Lots of yeses. Partially, I saw a couple no's. No, yes, 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 yes. No, yes, yes, yes. Undecided. So if you are, great, this is awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through, regardless of whether you are or are not the expert, how to get started very quickly. So if you are the expert, start small with a founding member launch. And I say start small, but hey, sometimes these founding member launches, they're bigger than you or I could ever imagine. And I'm never going to put a cap on that, right? But here's what I recommend is that you get started with a founding member launch. For example, Jonathan Milligan, his goal was to generate $1,000 a month in recurring revenue. He broke that down to 50 members at $20 a month. He didn't have a big audience, didn't have tens of thousands or thousands. He had 621 subscribers. So he invited them to a webinar. 53 of those people registered. 23 actually attended the webinar. He offered his membership as a founding member. 19 of the 23 bought. Then he sent an email out to the remaining 602 people on his email list and said 19 of the 50 spots have been taken up, and within 48 hours the remaining spots were filled. Bada bing, bada boom, he had generated $1,000 a month from a teeny tiny audience of 621 people. Now he has more members than he did on his email list when he began, but the most important thing is that he began. Susan Garrett, same example, similar example. Launch to a tiny list of 1,800. She has an amazing relationship with this audience. 1,100 of those people signed up. That's over 61% conversion. Unbelievable. And Nicholas Wilton, perfect example. He launched to a small list of 200 people. Now, these were people who were coming through his course. If you have a course, by the way, if you have a course, let me know in the comments. Just say course if you are somebody who has a course already. Okay, Chelsea, thank you. Oh gosh, that went fast. Laura, Peggy, Robin, Lynn, Aaron, Ron, Charlie, Valerie. You guys are awesome. Thank you for participating, by the way. This makes it fun for me because this is live. For everybody who keeps asking that, this is live, totally live. It is May 4th right now, May 4th. If this were a replay, it would have been another day. This is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you very much, gang. I appreciate that. Okay, so if you have a course, I want you to listen to this example. This was Nicholas Wilton. He was coming to the end of his course, and inevitably people were asking, well, wait a minute, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to the community? What's going to happen to, what we're going to be doing? Like, how am I going to get my questions answered? So he called and asked, and I said, dude, just do a founding member launch. So he did, and 180 of the 200 people signed up at $30 a month, generating $5,400 a month. Would $5,400 a month in month number 1 be worth it? Yes, it would be. And the amazing part is watching what has happened just in the free group over the last week and a half. I don't know if you saw this, but Catherine had 3 signups in 5 minutes using the founding member launch. Holly had 6 members in 30 minutes. Teresa had 8 members in a few hours with a small following. Danielle had, in 24 hours, she had 8 people who said yes. Annalie had 10 members, and she said, I'm not so scared anymore. Crystal had 13 members from an email list of just 90 people. Marcia had 20 signups in less than 24 hours. Kathleen has now has welcomed more than 50 members and more than $6,000 during her founding member launch in the last week. And Kathleen's story is amazing because she took an offline brick and mortar business, which was a cooking school, and transferred online and created an online cooking membership. Amazing story. Diana, 30 founding members from a small list of 150 people. These aren't gigantic lists of tens of thousands or thousands. These are small lists. These are small lists. And so I'm sharing this with you because here's Jessica, 30% open rate and over 100 members. Michelle, 42 members from her founding member launch. Incredible. And so here's the thing. When we go through this, and I got this message. This message came to me via Instagram. 53 members in 2 hours. 4 times bigger than any launch she has ever done. My friends, I'm telling you. Bobby Price, the other night, posted 55 members from a list of 200 people. These were people who had come through a course of his. And at the end, he's like, what the heck? I'm gonna do this founding member launch. 55 members of the 108 that were going through the program signed up. 221 members in 2 weeks from Matt. Justin sold out his founding member launch. And between the 2 memberships that he's done in the last 90 days, generated over $100,000. My friends, the founding member launch is the fastest and most powerful way to get started. So let me just back up here. I'm going to go to the iPad here for a second. The founding member launch has basically 5 key steps. Number 1, you explain where the idea came from. Number 2, you cast the vision for where you see this membership going. Even though it's not created yet, you cast the vision. Number 3, you invite people to come and join you as a founding member. Number 4, you have a call to action. What do you want them to do? Now, my recommendation is you invite them to send you a direct message or hit reply on the email to let you know that they want to be a founding member. And number 5, then you follow up. Now, I share this with you because these are the 5 steps. Now, in the Full Tribe Experience, which you'll hear about here in a minute, in the Full Tribe Experience, we actually give you the founding member script as a big, fat, juicy bonus. Now, I will tell you that we had so many people last year who immediately joined and immediately went and grabbed that script and immediately sent it out to their audience and immediately got results. But just look what's happened in the free community of people who are just taking this, the outline right here, the idea, the vision, the invite, the call to action, following this framework. They have generated incredible results from the founding member launch. It is the fastest and easiest way to get started. Now, back to the slides. What if you are not the expert? What do you do? Well, you've got options too. And in fact, sorry, I'm going to come back to the iPad here. My apologies. So if you're not the expert, here are your 2 options. Number 1, you can partner with somebody who is the expert. And there are so many examples of this. Great one is Scott Paley. Scott Paley is not the expert in his membership. His partner is Joan Gary. Now, Joan, her expertise is helping nonprofits be able to thrive. Now, that's not Scott's expertise, but Scott, what he did was he focused on helping her package her expertise in a membership. And they've grown that membership since 2017, where they've welcomed more than 5,000 plus members over that period of time. Scott is not the expert, but he partnered with somebody who is. And I'm telling you, if you're not the expert, there's plenty of people who would love to work alongside and partner with somebody who can help them with the marketing and the strategy of a membership and allow them just to double down their focus on what they do best with their expertise. So that's a very viable option. Option number 2 is you curate. And what do I mean by curate? Well, this is a lot of exactly what John Gallagher has done. Now, his membership site is herbmentor.com. And so when John started this site, he was not the expert, but he was passionate about natural herbal remedies. And so what he did was he created a membership site for people who had that same passion and wanted to use herbal, natural herbs to improve their life and improve their health. And so what he did was he got real clear on who he was serving and how he could help. And then he brought in outside experts to speak to the subject matter upon where people were getting stuck. So he curated that information, right? So if you're not the expert, you got 2 options. One, you can partner with somebody who is. It's exactly what Scott Paley did. They built a very profitable business coming off one of the most successful waitlist launches that they've ever done. Or you can curate the information, much like what John Gallagher has done. Built that membership site where there's thousands and thousands of members, and he's never been the expert per se. So, back to the slides. What is the easiest way to create a membership, even if you are not techie? This is straight up a Facebook group and email. Facebook group and email. This is exactly what Anna Saucier did. She did a founding member launch. She did not have everything set up yet, but she launched it at our Tribe Live event. She was so inspired by the story that she heard from Jamie Swanson, who did a founding member launch. She's like, I can do that. So she did a founding member launch right there at the event to her tiny list of 326 people. She ended up welcoming 22 members, generating more than $5,000 in revenue in 24 hours. She helps infertility practitioners. Back to the iPad here for a second. Back to the iPad. Here's what I want you to focus on. Facebook group plus email. Because here's the thing. So many people think it's the platform. But it's not the platform. People do not buy the platform. What they buy is progress. What they want and what they're buying is progress. What they want and what they're buying are results. And so, at the end of the day, you have to keep it as simple as possible to allow you to get going. You cannot let yourself get tripped up. People always ask me, oh, Stu, should it be this platform? Should it be that platform? Should I need these features or that features? And you're way overthinking it, way over-engineering it. Keep it simple. Facebook group and email to begin with. I want you to take inspiration from Cheryl Hatch. Cheryl Hatch, for 2 years, delivered her content inside of her membership site purely via email. Just by email. And welcome more than 650 paying members by doing so. Keep it simple. Now, 2 quick things to think about when you're deciding on a platform. And we do, in our full tribe program, one of the things that we do is we have a tech bonanza where we walk you through how to pick the platform that is going to be best suited for you. based on your needs, your skills, your market, etc. But essentially, the question you got to ask yourself is, do you want to host myself, or do you want somebody to host for me? And real quick, if you're hosting it yourself, you're going to have some technical chops. So you're going to be a little more technical. And by doing so, you're going to have a little more flexibility. Meaning you can do some different things, some unique things. You can design different designs and experiences. And generally, it's going to be cheaper. But the host for you, it's more plug and play. It's definitely faster and easier. And generally, not always, but generally, you're going to find you have more support. So, again, there's no way to be able to say to everybody that this is the one solution that's going to be right for everybody, because everybody's different. Everybody has different needs. That's why, during Tribe, the whole Tribe experience, we have what we call our Tech Bonanza, where we basically walk you through the whole process of being able to figure out what tech platform is going to be right for you and which one to build on. But at the end of the day, here's what I want you to remember. The fastest way to get started is just to keep it super simple with a Facebook group and email. And the reason I'm saying this, and I know it's going to sound almost too simple. You're like, Stu, come on, there's got to be more. No, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Because the most important thing is that you get going. So, bottom line, you've got to get going. And is Facebook and email simple? Can you do this? Say yes in the comments. If you could do a Facebook group and email, let me know in the comments. Can you do this with a Facebook group and email? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Super simple, said Philip. Yes. Thank you. Yes, I can, I saw. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for participating. Okay, amazing. Thank you for that. And I saw somebody said, yeah, but my audience isn't on Facebook. No problem. Deliver the content via email. That's exactly what Cheryl Hatch did. She delivered it via email. For 2 years, welcomed 650 paying members. Can you imagine if she had waited until the platform was perfect? She would have missed out on the opportunity to serve that many people. So, get going. Make it super simple. Back to the slides real quick. In the past hour, we talked about it's just as easy to make a recurring sale as it is to make a one-time sale because of the two trends, recurring memberships and online education. Memberships are booming because of these two trends. We also talked about the less you do, the more money you make. And why? Because the 4 reasons that people really buy is that they want more from you, they want less information, they don't just want a whole bunch more stuff. They want convenience and speed, and more importantly, they want direction. We also talked about that you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. Start with your market's needs, their external and internal needs, and get clear on who you serve and how their life will be better. No matter if you're helping people solve an ongoing problem, if you're teaching a skill, or you're creating convenience, who will you serve and how will their life be better? We also talked about the fastest way to launch. That's if you're an expert, you should be thinking about doing a founding member launch today or soon. And in fact, here's the thing I want you to realize. You don't have to do one right now, but what I do want you to do is I want you to get a date on the calendar. Because what I find is that when you've got the date, you're going to be much more proactive and moving toward that date than if you say, oh, I'll do it when. I'll do it when. No. Don't be doing it when. Get a date on the calendar and work backwards from there. If you're not the expert, you've got options too, right? You can partner with somebody who is the expert, and or you can curate like John Gallagher has done. And we talked about the fastest and easiest way to create a membership, Facebook group or email, and then get clear on, are you going to host yourself or are you going to have somebody host it for you? Here's the thing that I want you to realize. Moving forward with your membership means that you're going to have to change what you're currently doing. And if you continue doing the same old things, those habits are going to keep you from reaching your potential. So my question in the comments, let me know, are you going to commit to the new way? Give me a heck yes in the comments. Are you going to commit to the new way of doing business with a membership? Yes, I see Lewis. Thank you. Ashley, yes. Claire, yes. Daryl, yes. Philip, yes. Charlie, yes. Adriana, yes. You guys are amazing. Thank you for participating. Rachel, yes. Brandy, yes. Christy, yes. Paul, yes. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love it. Love the enthusiasm. Okay, so here's the thing. Right now you have three choices. One, you could do nothing. You could do absolutely nothing, and your business and your life is not going to move forward in any way. In fact, I dare say because of the passing of time, it will fall backwards if you do nothing. You could absolutely do it alone. And some of you are going to go down that path, which is totally fine. But it is more difficult, it is more challenging to do it alone because you have to figure everything out yourself. Or you can let me support you and make it easier and faster. You can lean on my decades of experience working with tens of thousands of business owners in all kinds of different markets, helping them launch successful memberships. And that's why I want to introduce you to our Tribe Experience 2020 edition. Every year we host this one time a year where we take you through the process, the proven process of launching a successful membership site or growing an established membership site, leaning on that decade of experience working with tens of thousands. And we start off with module number 1, which is focused on you developing your foundation strategy. This is all about helping you get clear. Because when you're clear, you're going to have a much more solid foundation. We're going to talk about the 4 reasons somebody joins, the 2 pieces of research you need, the 6 membership models and how to pick the one that's right for you, plus 3 models that are perfect for product sellers. We'll talk about the less stress membership philosophy and what that means as you begin to build your foundation. Module number 2 is all focused on content. What do you actually provide inside of the membership? Here we talk about developing your success path for your market, how to create a year's worth of content in less than a week, the 2 types of must-have content for every site, and why lots of content is actually the kiss of death, and how to structure your content so that your people make massive progress. Module number 3 is all about marketing. In fact, we actually break this into 2 modules, but it's all marketing strategy and marketing tactics. And this is where we talk about things like open versus closed marketing plans and how to pick the one that's going to be right for your membership and market, the 7 pricing strategies and which ones have the highest ROI, the subtle pre-launch commitment campaign that generates massive momentum, and simple 3-part launch process and the timing of each to maximize your reach and conversions. This is about helping you get eyeballs to your offer and maximizing the number of people who join your membership. Module 4 is all about retention. This is about keeping people happy, and the money is made in memberships by keeping people happy. So we'll talk about the 4 reasons why people stay. 1 minor tweak that instantly tripled the lifetime value of your customers. The 7 actions you want every member taking in the first 45 days, and gamification and the secrets to driving massive engagement and retention within your community. This is about how do you keep your people happy and paying month after month. Module 5 is all about growth. And so this is where we're going to talk about the 4 stages of growth and where to be patient to avoid the site that tanks. And I've seen this happen so many times where people rush their growth. And as a result, their site starts to drop off. And so we'll talk about where to be patient. We'll talk about the critical numbers you need to know in order to really scale the membership to a 7 or even 8-figure membership site. We'll talk about the roles you should be looking to hire for and the timing for when you should hire them and how to attract highly engaged volunteers who will eagerly help manage your community. This is about scaling, my friends. This is exactly what Levi Kajula is doing right now. You know, he sent a message this morning. He's just crossed the major milestone of 10,000 members. He said when he joined Tribe in 2016, he was one of the original Tribers. They had 1,200 members, and now they've just crossed 10,000 members. And by the end of the year, at the rate that he's growing now, that 10,000 looks like it's on pace to be more than 20,000. Can you imagine That's what he's in right now. He's in that scaling phase, and that's what we'll talk about in this module. So who has this worked for? If you're an established expert, we've already talked about how this is for you. It's a way for you to extend your expertise and continue working with people at scale. Number two, if you already have an existing audience, oh my goodness, are you sitting on a gold mine right now? Because your people are following you for a reason. And as we've talked about, one of the reasons that people will join a membership is because they want more from you. If you already have an existing membership site, this is where you will see massive growth, because it does not take much at all, because you've already got things established. There's already momentum there. So a few tweaks can make a massive difference. This is what took Carrie Green's site from 1,000 members to 3,000 members in a year. This is what took Gabby Bernstein's site from 1,100 members to 5,200 members after one single launch. This is what's taken Levi's site from 1,200 members to more than 10,000 members. If you are someone who wants to start your first online business, I can't tell you and emphasize enough how excited I am for you that a membership is going to be that first business. Because you don't need an audience of tens of thousands or thousands. A few hundred is all it takes. And we'll show you inside a tribe how to do that. And so much can happen in such a short period of time. There's so many examples I can share with you about that. Or if you're someone who has an offline business and now you want to take it online, you absolutely can do that. Just like Sarah Williams has taken her retail shop and in the last year grown her online membership from 300 members to more than 2,000 members. Or Tracy Shearer, who's taken her chiropractic business and created an online membership, providing, helping fitness professionals who work with women with pelvic problems after pregnancy. She's grown that online membership to more than 800 members, and it has helped her bridge this period of time during the coronavirus when her brick and mortar shop has closed. Or Casey Hope, who has an offline brick and mortar art studio. It's closed right now, but because her online memberships are thriving and are helping her bridge that gap. We'll show you how to take that offline business and turn it online into a membership. So who is this not for? This is not for the tire kicker. This is not for the person who just thinks that coming in, just hearing the information, they're not going to be able to have to do anything and results are just magically going to happen. This is not the kind of person we're looking for. This is not the kind of person who's a money magician thinking that just because you bought this, now millions of dollars are just going to magically roll in. As I have said, this is a dance, my friends, between you and I, where I will give you the guidance, direction, and clarity of what to focus on and how to move forward. But you've got to implement. I can't do the push-ups for you. You've got to implement. And this is definitely not for the Mr. and Mrs. Know-It-All. This is not a place where you come in, because if you know it, then do it. But what I want to encourage you to be is open. Because I know that what I'm going to share is going to feel counterintuitive. But what I also know is that it is proven and it works. And it works over and over again. And so at the end of the day, here's what I want you to know. Tribe works. Tribe works, tribe works, tribe works. And every single year, we obsess over helping you make massive progress in your business. And so trust the process. And if not trust me, ask the tribers and they will tell you, because every single day results are showing up in the communities of people launching and relaunching their memberships. You're seeing it in the free community. Look at the momentum that has happened from the free trainings. Now imagine that environment times 10, because we obsess over the results and we carefully craft an environment that gets results. So I've been behind the scenes for more than 12 years, and I've discovered there's a much easier path to growing a thriving membership. It does not have to be stressful or all-consuming, and with the right strategy, it could be very, very profitable. Jeff Walker said, I've known Stu forever, and the guy is an absolute genius at taking material, breaking it down into frameworks, and making it super actionable. The lovely Amy Porterfield said, I would not have the successful membership I have today without Stu. I have literally implemented 3 separate million-dollar ideas thanks to Stu's marketing savvy and keen understanding of what sells. He cares deeply about those he serves and truly is the expert of all experts when it comes to memberships. Chris Carr, New York Times bestselling author. Stu has heart, epic smarts, and the jaw-dropping strategy to back it up. Stu inspired me to dream bigger and showed me exactly how to get there. I'm beyond lucky to be one of his coaching clients and don't plan on ever giving up my spot. The amazing James Wedmore. Says, Stu McLaren was my secret weapon. Everything I learned to create a $550,000 a year membership, I learned from that guy. Gabby Bernstein, hiring Stu was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Stu's guidance and expertise are priceless. After working with Stu, my company has a strong foundation, clear direction, and scalability. Now, the whole program, all of the 6 core tribe modules, is $1,997 value. Now, every single week, I also go live and I answer your questions. Now, here we say weekly coaching calls because yes, every single week I do an extended weekly coaching call. But here's what I also want you to know. Every single day, every single weekday, I go live to be able to answer questions too. My friends, this is not a scenario where I hide and just let you consume the information. I am in the trenches with you every single day answering questions because here's what I know to be true. If you have a question that that goes unanswered, it's going to keep you stuck. And so my goal, our team's goal, is to eliminate that friction, to help you experience progress and get results faster and easier than ever before. So every single weekday, I am live answering your questions. And then every single week, I do an extended Q&A where I answer tons and tons of questions. And the amazing part about this is what you're going to find inside the members area is that every single one of these Q&As and this entire Q&A library of both past and present, all of these videos are completely searchable. So when you go into the tribe experience, you can go and search. And immediately you'll get not only the results, but you'll get brought to the moment in the video where I'm talking about that very thing that you just searched. Here's what I can tell you. Last year when we experimented with this technology, our tribers flourished because they got their questions answered easier, faster than ever before. Plus, as I said, I was live every single day and will be live for you every single day, supporting you, answering questions. We are all in during this period to help you make massive progress. Next, you'll also get exclusive access to the tribe discussion group. And I'm telling you, what happens in here is mind-blowing because every single day you will see tribers who are sharing their results of what is happening in their membership. And my friends, this happens all the time in a wide variety of different markets where tribers are breaking down what it is they're doing, what's working, how they did it. And you'll be inspired and motivated to go for it yourself. Because when you see others who are making progress, implementing, it creates an environment, a culture of progress. And you can't be helped but be pulled through that process. And so when I say that these results come in every single day, I mean these results come in every single day. Our community is one of the most successful communities of people who implement. Not people who think and discuss, but people who implement. And so when you've got questions, I want you to know that you're going to be surrounded by more than 700 plus alumni who have chosen to pay to come back through the tribe experience again. And so before I tell you about Simple Profits, what I want to do is I just want to talk to you about that. Because when you join the tribe experience, you have lifetime access to your version of the course. So when I say that alumni have paid to come back, what they are paying for is to come back through the tribe experience live again. So this year, we invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to re-record the entire course program. So it's all new. Based on new research that we have done, we had to incorporate, we wanted to incorporate all the latest research, all the latest findings and discoveries that we learn along the way from working with thousands and thousands of people every year. All the new trends, and I'll talk to you about some of those here in just a minute. And so when we talk about alumni upgrading, they are paying to come back through the tribe experience again as an alumni. And so when you join the tribe experience, you'll always have lifetime access to your version of the course, as do they. But they're coming back to come back through the tribe experience, and more than 700 of them have done that. Why? Because it's such a valuable experience, and because we immerse ourselves to work on the business. And during that time, the alumni know they're going to make way more progress during this tribe experience than they ever would by themselves. And so I'm telling you, it's incredibly invaluable. Now tonight only, we have a very special bonus that expires at midnight. So my encouragement to you is to join today. If you're thinking about joining Tribe, join today, because you'll also get the bonus Simple Profits. Simple Profits is a fast and easy way to be able to launch your membership site entirely using Facebook. So oftentimes people get tripped up about the technology. What I got to use? How do I do it? Well, we've simplified that. And when you join, you'll get the bonus Simple Profits, but only if you join before midnight tonight. And it's a tremendous value. And so many people in our Tribe community have used this to launch their memberships without having to worry about the tech, keeping it super simple, but most importantly, getting incredible results. That's what the Simple Profits bonus is going to show you how to do. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the 6 core Tribe modules, $1,197. You're going to get the weekly and coaching calls and the daily 10 and 10s, which are priceless. You'll get the Tribe discussion group, plus you'll get the early bird Simple Profits, total value $2,494. But we've also got additional bonuses. Bonus number 1 is the gamification super guide. Here's what this is going to show you how to do. This is going to show you how to get major engagement and, most importantly, pull your members through the process of implementing what it is that you teach. With what we'll go through in this bonus, your members will get far better results with what it is that you teach, creating stories that are going to fuel your marketing. This bonus is incredibly valuable. You'll get it when you join Tribe. Also, bonus number 2, you're going to get my 7-figure fill-in-the-blank launch scripts. So if you've ever been wondering what to say when it comes time to launch, you're going to get the scripts that I use to be able to launch. And now I have done 18 multi-million-dollar launches, and these scripts fuel each of them. Now, the most important thing that I want you to know, what's super valuable, is our team has built technology whereby it's not just the scripts. You're literally going to be answering questions. As you answer those questions, the scripts are changing on the fly on the right-hand side, so you can see the scripts and how they can be modified for your particular market. Bonus number 3 is called Instant Audience. If you're in the early stages of growing your business, the question that most likely is popping up is, well, wait a minute, I've got a very tiny audience. Where do I start? Right here. This bonus is going to show you how to quickly grow an audience. Now, as I've mentioned, you don't need tens of thousands or thousands. Just a few hundred is all it takes. And the good news is that this bonus is going to get you off to the races very quickly. So in no time, you're going to have that audience that's going to be perfect for you to be able to launch your membership. This new bonus is brand spanking new this year. It's called Memberships for Product Sellers. Now, what has happened over the last 12 months is that some new membership models have particularly emerged for product sellers, e-commerce sellers, retail shops. And so what I've done is I've teamed up with 2 people to be able to co-teach this bonus. The first person is Susan Bradley. Now, Susan is an expert in helping product sellers, e-commerce sellers, sell online. And she and I have come together seeing all of the new trends as it relates to membership models specifically for product sellers. So just like Amazon has Amazon Prime, there are e-commerce sellers who are creating very similar programs. We call them VIP memberships. So Ann Chikasia is a jewelry designer, and yet she's implemented a VIP membership generating recurring revenue for herself. But the amazing part about it is, what does she give in that membership? She provides discounts, she provides exclusive new designs, she provides the ability for people to order before the general public, she provides faster shipping. There's all kinds of things that you can do. But in this bonus, we talk about how to structure these membership sites that are specific for product sellers. And there are 3 new models that have emerged that are very exciting. And another one of those models is subscription boxes. And that's why we invited Sarah Williams, who I've mentioned before has grown her online membership from 300 to 2,000 members in the last 12 months. It's a subscription box. So we talk all things subscription box, of how to do it, how to structure it, what you should and shouldn't do. And so if you are an e-commerce seller or retail shop, this bonus itself is worth its weight in gold. Last one, I'm really excited about this because this is another new bonus. This year, we have seen the emergence of challenges, low dollar or free challenges, be used as a way to drive membership. So what I did was reach out to the world's foremost expert, Pedro Adao, who has been using low dollar and free challenges. And he and I are teaming up together specifically with this bonus on how to use free and low dollar challenges to drive massive membership sales. Now, here's what I want you to know about Pedro. He uses free and low cost challenges, and on the back of that has done multi-million-dollar launches. Not once, not twice, multiple times using free and low cost challenges. And we're going to walk you through the whole thing as how you can use challenges to drive massive membership sales. Super excited. Plus, you're also going to get a ticket to Tribe Live. This is our go-to flagship event. It is one of the most magical experiences that you can go through because you're surrounded by hundreds and thousands of other membership site owners in all kinds of different markets. And the amazing part about it is that you're going to hear from them. How are they implementing? How are they using the strategies that we are talking about in the Tribe experience? And so at Tribe Live, it's really special. In a minute, I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of what Tribe Live looks like so that you can see it and experience it and realize this is incredible. Now, full disclosure, because of the whole COVID situation, it is likely that we are not going to have this event in person when we were originally scheduling to have it in person. However, we are absolutely going to have a virtual Tribe Live, and you will still get a ticket to not only the virtual Tribe Live, but you will also get a ticket to the next in-person Tribe Live. So when that event happens, and obviously with things up in the air, we don't have certainty around when that will happen. As soon as we do, we'll give you that clarity. But we are absolutely going to have a virtual Tribe Live, which I'm very excited about. And you will also get a ticket to the in-person Tribe Live. So when you add all these things up, the 6 core Tribe modules, the weekly coaching calls, the Tribe discussion group, the early bird simple profits, which you get today when you register, the gamification super guide, the 7-figure fill in the blank scripts, the instant audience, the memberships for product sellers, the multiply your membership with challenges, and the ticket to Tribe Live, the total is $7,979. How quickly can you recover this? Well, listen, when it comes to memberships, it's not just a flash and pan one-time launch. I want you to realize that memberships grow over time. You will see that in our Tribe community. Like here, Donna Clark, recently just launching with 60 members. Brandy Bracy, in the last 6 months, has welcomed 71 members at $42 a month. She helps salon owners. Jennifer Chamberlain, she just did a post sharing. When she started, she was 51 years old, no degree, no business experience, no tech savvy. Today, she nearly has a 6-figure annual membership. Ashley, she's been on fire. She has, since joining Tribe, has launched 3 memberships. Now has more than 430 members. You know, this post from Scott Paley, who you heard about earlier, in it, he described how he partnered with Joan Gary, 1,000 members in week 1 in 2017, and through that time has now welcomed more than 5,000 members and 96% retention. Like in our Tribe community, people don't stay for months, they stay for years because we have a proper retention strategy. Casey Hope just surpassed the 1,000 member mark, and she started 2 years ago. Emily Jeffords, 740 members in her first launch. Unbelievable. And she's absolutely doubling that membership this year. Brad Nelson just came off a launch, welcomed another 78 members. He's one short of his goal of 400 and more than 6 figures in revenue. Tasha, this was a fascinating story last year. Tasha immediately joined and went straight for the founding member script bonus. She used it, and it was incredible to watch how that continued to play out because within 24 hours or 48 hours, she had generated just over $6,000 after the 48 hours. But shortly after that, she then, a month or so later, she did another launch and generated over $21,000 in revenue in the 2 months during Tribe. Brandy Moles, beautiful story. She started with a teeny tiny audience of less than roughly 400 people. Welcomed 23 members in her founding member launch. Over the course of this year, has gone from 23 members to more than 250, generating a multi-6-figure a year business, enabling her husband to be able to come home from his corporate job. Just an amazing story that demonstrates what is possible even with a teeny tiny audience. Christy Hawkins, amazing how she has grown. You know, she has gone from, in the last 2 years, growing her membership to more than 1,000 plus members. And just crossed that milestone recently. Amazing. Heidi Easley, last 2 years, has continuously grown her membership. She almost gave up, stuck with it, and now look at what's happened. Her memberships have skyrocketed. So what's a thriving membership worth to you? For Patty Palmer, when she first came, it was pretty incredible because she did have an established audience. And this is an example of what can happen very quickly with an established audience. Over $27,750 in month number 1. And by the way, that is recurring revenue. So somebody in the comments, do the math for me. What does that translate into annual income? But $27,000 in month number 1. Can you see why others pay me $17,500 for a day of consulting? Can you see why it'd be a good deal at $5,000? Again, here's 6 core modules, weekly coaching calls, the tribe discussion group, the early bird simple profits. When you order today, the gamification super guide, 7-figure fill in the blank launch scripts, instant audience, memberships for product sellers, multiply your membership with challenges, a ticket to Tribe Live, total value $7,979. Yours today, you can get started for $397 and 5 additional monthly payments. Or if you'd like to save a few $100s, you can pay in full with $1,997. All you need to do is just go to tribeworkshop.com/join. tribeworkshop.com/join. You can get started today for $397 today and 5 additional monthly payments, or save a few $100s and pay in full with $1,997. Just go to tribeworkshop.com/join. The thing that I want you to know is that Tribe works. Tribe works, Tribe works, Tribe works. You'll hear our tribers say that as well. But I want you to know that everything is backed by a 14-day rock-solid guarantee. Sign up today, and if you don't like it for whatever reason, just let us know and we'll give you your money back. So here's the thing. We don't hide. We are proud of not only the experience that we create, but the results that it's going to help you get. But if for whatever reason that you are not happy, you just let us know in that first 14 days, and we will give you a full refund. So again, to recap, more than $7,979 in value. And again, the early bird bonus called Simple Profits, which helps you launch easier and faster without having to worry about all the tech. That is only available today. When you join, you'll get all of these bonuses for just $397 today and 5 additional monthly payments of $397, or you can save a few $100s and pay in full $1,997. Just go to tribeworkshop.com/join. My friends, I just want you to realize what we're talking about is real. Every single day, these results are coming in. Tamara Bennett recently just added 420 new members into her membership, teaching people how to paint decorative door hangers, bringing her total up to 1,127 members. Lisa, this was just the other day, completed. She had to pivot. She had to niche down. She launched a brand new membership, welcomed 157 members, and $14,000 in new revenue. Casey Hope had a brick and mortar art studio. She also had her online calligraphy membership, but saw the opportunity where she could pivot and create a art membership for kids. Welcomed more than 300 new members into her membership. Michelle just did a pivot herself. Welcomed 5 new members and nearly $1,500 in recurring revenue. Beth, love this story. Beth has a brick and mortar pet grooming salon, and it was closed down because of the whole COVID. She pivoted, created a new membership, generated more than $30,000, which is going to translate into more than $360,000 over the course of the year. My friends, there's a way to be able to make a membership work for you and your business. I want you to come and join us, and I'll show you how. $397 today, plus 5 additional monthly payments of $397, or save a few $100s and join us by paying in full $1,997. Go to tribeworkshop.com/join. All right, my friends, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take a quick drink and go to the bathroom. I'm going to be back. I'm going to answer a ton of questions. I will answer questions until there are no more questions to answer. In the meantime, I'm going to set you up so you can see a quick glimpse of what you will also experience at Tribe Live. Here we go. You are Hello, my friends. We are back, and I am here to answer all of your questions. So again, just a reminder, if you've got questions, all you need to do in the comments is just type question in caps, and then your question. Our team is taking that list, giving it to me over here, and I'm going to fire through as many questions as possible. So let's just kick it off. The first question here from, I think it's Glinda Fox, says, so I know there's a disclaimer that results aren't typical and have a feeling that is often due to people not following through. Can you give statistics about the number of people who complete the workshop and those who actually end up with successful memberships? By the way, I already signed up last night and I'm excited to get started, which is awesome. So here's the bottom line. Yes, we put that disclaimer because the reality of it is that we want people to understand that this is a partnership, right? But here's what I can tell you, Glinda, sorry. We are very intentional about how we craft the experience. to help you get results. This is something we obsess over. So for us as a company, the only thing that matters, our measuring stick, is your progress, your success. And so sometimes that's going to mean that some people will launch memberships right away. You're seeing this happen just in the free community with what we've been releasing and sharing this week. But others are going to take a few weeks, a few months, and sometimes even a couple of years. But that's totally fine as long as you're making progress. Now, will I push you to set a date and to move forward likely earlier than you are comfortable with? Yes, because the last thing that I want you to do is sitting, spinning, thinking. And so you will see that this environment is intentionally designed to help you make progress. And what I would encourage you to do is I'd encourage you to talk to some of the other tribers. Like, since you've already registered, when you get into the Tribe 2020 Experience Facebook group, talk to the alumni. Ask the alumni, like, why am I suggesting you talk? Because I know what they're going to say to you. Like, I don't know what they'll say, but I know what they'll say, and that they are going to give you a full understanding of how to make the most of this experience. And what I can tell you is if you take the time to implement what you learn, you will make progress and you will get results. Okay, Judith Miller says, question, are there specific times, days, or at our own times? I have a wacky work schedule. Yeah, so the way it works, Judith, is that the lessons are broken down into bite-sized chunks, usually 5 to 15-minute lessons. And so you can listen and watch at your own pace. Each week we release a new module which contains more lessons, and so you can listen to those at your own pace. Then, of course, if you have questions, I'm available every single day to answer those live. Every week we have an extended live Q&A. And of course, if you want to submit questions because you can't take those, you can certainly do that. And we incorporate those into the live Q&As and answer those as well. So lots of opportunity to not only be able to learn at your own pace, but also to be able to get supported, even if, as you said, you got a wacky schedule. So Renell says, after people complete the course, is there a Facebook group or some other place to be in the tribe community and support one another? So yes, there is, Renell. And the bottom line is that when you are part of the tribe experience, we will have that tribe group that is specifically for everybody going through the experience. That's where all the discussion happens. And then, yes, we do have an alumni, and so you'll certainly get to know so many of them when you join a tribe as well. Annie said, can the course be done at one's own pace? So yes, Annie, that kind of circles back to what Judith was asking. Absolutely. So each week we release a new module, and it's the lessons are provided in bite-sized chunks, so you can listen to them, watch them at your own pace. Absolutely. Debbie says, is the support indefinite or is it for a specific period of time? So Debbie, the support is we are all hands-on during the entire tribe experience. So this isn't an indefinite support where we're available 24/7 for you. What we are is we're all hands-on deck during this tribe experience. The reason being is we want you to consume it and use it as you go through the process. We don't want it to collect digital dust on a shelf somewhere. And so we are all hands-on during this. And this is why we only do it one time a year. Because when I say we're all hands-on, we mean it. This is why I'm live every single day to answer questions, to support the group, to people. Our team is. And so it is a one time a year, but when we do it, we are all in and all hands on deck. Debbie said here, is the support, we already answered. Irene said, question, I'm still feeling into yet. I know I've been a chicken in the past about getting out. How do I push myself through to the next step? Irene, one of the best things you can do is just join us, because in the community, you are going to be inspired and naturally pulled through the process of implementing, because every single day people are launching and pushing themselves, and it is incredibly inspiring. The culture that we have created is a culture of progress. You've likely had a taste of that in just the free community, watching and seeing how people are taking the free information and implementing it. Now imagine that times 10. You can't help but have the courage and lean on the courage of others as you begin moving forward. Let's see here. Melissa said, I am an expert in medications. Can I make this work as a membership site? Melissa, I don't know that I'd be able to answer that off the bat, but what I would do is that I'd encourage you to think about it in the way that we talked about here today. Are you solving an ongoing problem? If yes, give it a check mark. Are you teaching a skill? If yes, give it a check mark. Are you creating convenience for people? If yes, give it a check mark. If it fits one of those three things, it's a home run yes. So again, I'd have to probably get to know a little bit more about your market, but if you can answer yes to any one of those, then I'd encourage you, to move forward. Guest 1726 said, is this a cookie cutter membership site for everyone, or are there different things for different industries? Well, this isn't a cookie cutter membership by any means. This is a program to show you how to launch a membership for your given industry or market. And we have people in all kinds of different markets, from product sellers to service-based businesses to knowledge-based businesses to community-based business, and in all kinds of niches, from photography and calligraphy to fitness and finance and music and art and health and dog training and so many more. Physical product businesses, services, knowledge-based business, community-based business. We certainly show you how to do that, and you'll see that inside the members area. Dennis said, how does the Q&A coaching sessions work? Do we send in the questions written beforehand? Yes, so you'll see there's a process to be able to submit your questions, and every single day we are answering those. And as well, as I said, you'll also get access to our massive Q&A library, where I've answered literally thousands of questions. And so you'll type in your question, and it will bring up the results to the moment in the video when I'm answering that specific thing based on what you've typed in. So when we introduced this last year, it actually made things way easier and faster for our tribers, because they were being able to find their answers to the questions so much faster than even just me doing the daily Q&As. But I'm still available every single day to answer those questions. So guest 2879 said, I have 125,000 plus followers on Facebook. Is that enough to start? Step one? Yeah, that absolutely is enough to start. You are good to go. As again, the thing that I would encourage you to be thinking about, are you solving an ongoing problem? Are you going to be teaching a skill? Are you going to be creating convenience? That's where I'd start to put your thought process, but my goodness, you definitely have the following to be able to get started. Rosie said, I have an existing business in a different field, but is it feasible to use a hobby like singing or stitching as a basis for a membership? Rosie, you're going to be shocked at when you join our tribe community and see how many membership sites are in all kinds of different markets. Like when I think about stitching, I think about Shelly Brander, who's got a membership teaching people knitting. When I think about Maxie, who's got a membership in quilting. Jacqueline's got a membership in quilting. There are so many different types of needlework type memberships that are inside the tribe community. So to answer that question, Rosie, absolutely. Francina said, if paying first month now, is it very likely that one could make the remaining $1,500 during the first month? It depends, Francina. Obviously, everybody's situation is going to be different. You know, there's a lot of variables to that. One, obviously, you know, if there's an audience yet or not, or if you're building the audience from scratch. Also, the market that you're serving, and so. But at the end of the day, have we seen people generate it within a month time? Yes. Like, we've already seen that just in the free community right now, right? Like, look at the results that have already happened in the free community in the last week and a half. So is it possible? Absolutely. You know, it just, again, obviously results are going to vary based on different people's scenarios, but is it possible? Yes. And you're already seeing that in the free community this week. Guest 2911 says, do you have a Facebook group to run a successful membership site, or do you have to have a Facebook group, or can it be done without Facebook? You absolutely can do it without Facebook. Facebook is just the fastest and easiest way, but if your market's not on Facebook, you could use another platform to be able to cultivate that community for sure. Aaron said, I have a free Facebook community. How do I get them to join now to purchase a membership? Well, Aaron, that's really about creating the contrast between the free experience and the paid experience. Free is messy, confusing, and all over the place. It's very random in terms of the posts, the discussions, etc. The paid membership is going to be much more structured, much clearer, and provide direction. That's what people are paying for, clarity and direction. Jonathan says, do alumni from the Tribe Experience 2019-2018 pay to join 2020, or do they get continued access? Jonathan, they always have access to their version of Tribe. When you join Tribe this year, you will always have access to the Tribe 2020 experience. If you want to join us in future years, like in 2021, to go through the live Tribe experience again, then yes, there is an upgrade fee. We give a steep discount to our alumni, but yes, there is an upgrade fee. And that also gets you ticket to Tribe Live as well. So there's all kinds of other benefits and perks to it. But essentially, this is why more than 700 plus alumni have chosen to upgrade this year again. Because why? Because Tribe is a season where we work on the business. And there is no environment that is more conducive to help you make massive progress than the Tribe experience. And that's why so many alumni choose to upgrade, to come back again, because they know what that's going to mean for their business. Alvina said, with so many in Tribe, how realistic is it to expect one-to-one support when you need it? Well, it depends on what kind of support you're looking for, Alvina. I mean, at the end of the day, as I've said, what you're going to find is the Tribe experience is designed to help you get your questions answered. Like, that's our obsession. If you're getting stuck, we are doing everything in our power to help you eliminate those friction points, because we obsess over helping you make progress. So when you're talking about one-on-one help, yes, you can get it through day 10 and 10s. Yes, you can get it for the weekly Q&As. Yes, you can get it in the community. And remember, it's not just me and our team, but you are tapping into 700 plus alumni who are also in the community, who also have established membership sites, experience in Tribe, and experience implementing Tribe. So there's a lot of opportunity to be able to be well supported. Guest 6224 said, I've set up a membership, but I'm having trouble with the marketing, demonstrating the value, and people not signing up as they say they can find the same stuff on Google for free. Can Tribe help? Yes, that's absolutely what we are going to cover in the foundation module, is how to establish who you're serving, how you're helping, and how to create and position yourself in the market so that you are a desired resource that people are going to invest in. Cynthia Smith said, how long does the Tribe experience last? Weeks, months? So essentially from start to finish, it's roughly 10 weeks. We start officially, the opening ceremony starts on Monday, May 11th. When you register today, and you should because you'll also get the Simple Profits bonus that expires tonight at midnight. So when you register today, you will immediately get access to the members area, and you're going to see there's an introductory module that you can begin sinking your teeth into. And so right away, you'll be able to begin accessing content along with the Q&A library. Now, on Monday, May 11th, that's when we officially begin the course. We have a whole opening ceremonies, and that's when Module 1 gets released, and away we go. And from that point forward, it's about 10 weeks is the entire duration of the course. Let me pull this over here. There we go. Okay, Joan said, is it worth joining at 84? I don't want too much pressure. Joan, girlfriend, listen. What I love is that you are looking to continuously improve yourself at 84, which is amazing. And so is it worth it for you? You let me know. Is it worth it for you to launch a membership site? I'm sure you have so much wisdom that you can pass down. And so my answer is it would be absolutely worth it for your audience. But is it worth it for you? That's a question that you've really got to answer. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be pressuring you. I'm going to be encouraging you. I'm going to be supporting you. I'm going to be cheerleading you. Am I going to be wanting you to make progress? Yes. Why? Because I want you to get not only your investment back, but many times thereover. So am I going to be encouraging you? Yes. Pressuring? No. Michelle said, when do the 14 days start for the guarantee? May 11th? Or when will we have until May 25th? You will get access to Module 0 right away. That's the introductory module. You'll get access to the community right away. And the last day for the guarantee is May 21st. May 21st, Michelle. Caroline Riepler and Ricardo and so many others said, is it best to start a free membership group with less to over and then move into something that will give them more? I need to start somewhere. I haven't started building an audience. Am I okay to start this? Yeah, absolutely. Listen, at the end of the day, like, first and foremost, all of us want to begin building and growing our audience. So it doesn't matter if you're in the early stages or in the later stages. Audience growth is something that we are always looking to do. And so do I recommend that you focus on audience growth? Yes. Do I think that starting a free group is a way to do that? Yes. And with the bonus Instant Audience, we'll show you exactly how to begin growing your audience so that you can grow a targeted audience, not just a bunch of random people, but a targeted audience is going to be perfect to be able to join your membership. Guest 6968, Allison said, I lost my job and have limited resources. I have no online presence, thus no audience at this time. I have training and a passion for spiritual direction. If I diligently follow this course and do the work, what is a realistic goal for starting this at ground zero and making a living wage? Well, first and foremost, let me just say this, Allison. if registering for Tribe is going to put you in put you in a financial burden, I do not want you to register, okay? Like, do not use your last few pennies if that means that it's going to take food away from the table and a roof over your head. I do not want you to register for Tribe if it's going to do that. If it's going to stretch you, that's a different situation. Stretching means you can get creative to find ways, turn your brain on to ask, how could you make this happen? How could you do this faster and easier now? When you ask that question, it turns your brain on and you start seeing solutions. And what's also going to do is it's going to create urgency for you to implement. And so here's what I know. Tribe works. Tribe works, Tribe works, Tribe works. But if it's going to create a financial burden for you, I do not want you to register. And this is for everybody. You know, at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you take care of yourself. And I absolutely want that to be your number one priority. But do I know that Tribe works? Yes. Do I know that it works when you implement? Absolutely. And so a realistic goal is going to depend on your situation. But have we seen people grow audiences and launch memberships based on the Tribe materials? 100% we have. Okay. Let me just give a shout out to a whole bunch of you who have joined during this presentation. Amanda, Howell, Christina, Bohm, oh my goodness, I apologize. I am apologizing up front because I know I'm going to butcher some of your names. And so you're going to need to teach me. You need to teach me how to pronounce your name when we get inside a Tribe. But I think it's Anita, Paulette, Elizabeth, Sophie, Shah, Lori, Charlotte, Sally, Felton, Julian, William, Iris, Amy, Terry, Lola, Kathy, Molly, Alicia, Todd, Robert, Kelly, Nicole, Janet, Stephania, Leslie, Sherry, Rupal, Christine, Jen. Amazing. Congratulations and welcome to Tribe. I'm super pumped and excited to have you. Okay. Let me rip through some more questions here. This one's from Jerry. Does the Tribe membership include access to Tribe software platform? No, it does not. There's no Tribe software platform at this time, and it does not include access to any software platform. Peter Pinto. But with that though, one of the things that we do is we do a tech bonanza where we walk you through how to identify which tech platform is going to be best for you and your business. Peter asked, is there a number to call to speak to someone about signing up to the Tribe experience? Yes, we absolutely do have a number. Let me get it for you. 1 second. The number, if you, Peter, I want you to write this down. Text 1-888-312-6414. In fact, here, I'm going to write it on the iPad so you have it. One 888-312-6414. So if you have questions, you can text this number. Our team, you'll hear from Shauna, Rashid. We are all available to help answer questions. For us, whatever we can do to help you and support you in your decision, definitely give us a call, send us a text. We're happy to help. Dorothy said, do you help people decide what to offer their audience? I'm still not sure how I'm going to be serving one-to-many from the custom services I provide now, copywriting, but everything after that makes perfect sense. Yeah, Dorothy, even just you writing copywriting, I immediately know how you could turn that into a membership. And that's exactly what we do focus on, specifically in module number 1, the foundation strategy. Because the whole goal is in the beginning to help you get clear. Because if you're not clear, then the membership's going to be built on a shaky foundation. So even people who have established membership sites, I still encourage to go back through the foundation module because I guarantee you, I'm going to guide you into answering questions that you haven't given thought to before. And as a result, it's going to bring more clarity and therefore create a more stable foundation to build from. Okay. Guest 9429 said, can you release the modules faster than once a week? I was getting ready to launch in a few weeks and don't want to release and then backtrack. No, we do have a process for this. And as I said, we are very intentional about this process because we know it gets incredible results. So, unfortunately, we're not going to just release everything, because what that does is that creates tremendous overwhelm and leads to you not doing anything. And so just trust the process in this sense. I understand that there's a sense of urgency that you want to get it all out because you want to launch. But at the same time, here's the other thing that I want you to know is that your membership is always evolving. And so if you launch and then realize, oh, there's things I want to change, the good news is that's a marketing opportunity, both for your new members and for your existing members and potential new members. So changes to a membership are actually a very good thing because it turns into a marketing opportunity. So really think about it from that perspective too. Miriam says, I want to have a healthy cooking subscription. Is it too much content to have a monthly mini workshop and then talk about the ingredients the rest of the month? No, I think that's probably a fair balance. But one of the things I would say is, in the tribe experience, in module number 2, when we go through the content strategy, you'll see how to really structure that content, Miriam. But you hit the nail on the head, in my opinion, in that you are not looking to overwhelm them, which I love. And that's a really important piece of it. But in that module number 2, we'll show you how to break down your content to be able to serve your members so they get the best results, and certainly so that it doesn't overwhelm them or you. Patricia Hewitt said, can I share my modules with my admin team? No, you can't share access. That's not, allowed. Would you want people sharing access to your membership? Probably not. So, but I know at the end of the day, what we do have happen a lot of times is we'll have people who have a business partner, a spouse, or somebody on their team that they also want to be able to have access to the course and the community. And so we do have an option where you can add a partner. That happens after you register, and we will be rolling that out once, I think next week. You'll have the ability to be able to upgrade and add a partner if you wish. Catherine Gabriel said, can you please provide more detail around the VIP model? Yeah, so essentially it's one of the newest membership models specifically for product sellers. And it's really exciting because it allows a product seller that's typically selling a physical product to immediately generate recurring revenue that's in the digital form. And so much like Amazon Prime, where we pay an annual subscription fee and we get different perks, a VIP subscription is structured in a very similar way, where your members are either paying monthly or annual, and they also get a series of different perks that for you as a product seller rarely cost you hardly anything. It's not like traditional products where you are stacking inventory and you're having to source all that materials and so forth. It's much, much different. And so we absolutely walk through that in that brand new bonus, which I'm super excited about. Emily said, how do you recommend scaling a membership that has accountability groups as a centerpiece? That's a great question. I mean, there are absolutely examples of that. I think of Corinne Crabtree, who has a membership in the weight loss space. Triber, she's been able to scale that with coaching and accountability. And so, yes, there's absolutely ways to be able to do that. And that'll really come down to when we are talking about your content in module number 2 and how to structure that accordingly, because the accountability will most likely be one of your deliverables. So that'll be spoken about in module number 2. Jeffrey Richmond said, do I need ClickFunnels to go with this, or is it a completely standalone product that we have no need for ClickFunnels? No, if you've got ClickFunnels, keep your ClickFunnels account. Tribe is not software. Tribe is the training and the teaching materials of how to launch, grow, and scale a highly profitable membership. We're not providing the software per se. As I said, we will have a tech bonanza where we will walk you through different software options that are available by different companies and helping you choose which one is right for you. If you've already got ClickFunnels, you've already got everything you need to be able to launch a membership from the software side. Tiana said, question, you say this begins Monday, May 11th. Is it live, I assume? What time will it be? How long of a session if live? No. So on Monday, May 11th, we do have our live opening ceremony. And so this is where we officially kick off the course. And so that is live. But the modules and lessons themselves are released each week. And those you can access at any time. Those are already recorded. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars re-recording the whole program. So it is all new, based on new research and ideas and strategies that we have learned from our tribe community over the last 12 months. And so, yes, immediately you'll be able to have access to those on the 11th. And we release those each week. And so those are pre-recorded, and you can watch and listen to those at your own pace. Sophia said, do you show tribers how to build an audience if they don't already have one, or provide resources for list building? Yes, that's the bonus called Instant Audience. And so when you join, you'll get access to that bonus, and that's exactly its purpose, to help you start from scratch to be able to begin building your audience. Okay, Anna said, by what means inclusively are you and the team available? Hands-on, phone contact, responding to email or chats? Well, Anna, every single day I am live answering questions. Every single weekday, I should say, not on weekends. That's for my family. But every single weekday I am live answering questions. You'll see that our team is very hands-on in the community, and you can contact us anytime. help@tribehub.com. You can text 1-888-312-6414. So you'll see we're very available. And the reason I say that is because we do this one time a year. And when we do it, we are all hands on deck. This is why we do it one time a year. We could not do this all year long, but when we do it, and we are all hands on deck. That's why we do it one time a year. And so you'll see that even just now, Anna, just text us 1-888-312-6414, and you'll see. Gianluca said, should a membership always involve a Facebook community? No, it doesn't have to always involve a Facebook community by any means. If a Facebook community is certainly the faster and easier way to be able to launch a community component, but you don't have to use Facebook by any means. And said, how to make really good free content to attract and still make it possible for them to pay for something. What if they think this is so good, I don't need to pay for this? Well, at the end of the day, and just like Tribe, listen, we've given a ton of tremendously valuable content. We've been receiving so much great feedback from people about this whole free series. But at the end of the day, here's what I know. You're going to have and experience way more success being immersed in this Tribe environment. Why? Because we are there to support you and help you implement what it is that you're learning. So you're going to experience progress faster and easier with our support and being immersed in the Tribe experience environment. And not only that, but you're going to be incredibly inspired by seeing what others are doing. And so inevitably, when you're doing it alone, you're going to have questions. When you don't have somebody to turn to help answer those questions, you become stuck. When you have a team of people and somebody who's got 12 plus years of experience working with tens of thousands of membership site owners to help answer those questions, to help get you unstuck, you're going to make more progress faster and easier than ever before. That's why people are going to join your membership. Because again, free content is great, but it's random, and it requires people to sift and sort through it to figure out what is most relevant to them. When they join your membership, they're going to get the clarity and direction of exactly how to move forward given where they are on their journey. And that is why people will join. They don't join for the stuff. They join because they want to create and experience progress. Okay, we got a whole lot more people who have just joined. So give me a second here. I've got to, we've got, holy moly. Gang, you guys are on fire. Sharon Hughes, is it Moeser Silva? I apologize. I know I've pronounced your name wrong, and I apologize for that. But you're gonna have to, you have to teach me. You have to coach me. Mark, Nancy, Stephanie, Julie, Eric, Barbell, Christina, Valerie, Cheryl Wolf, is it Keely Winfield, Onika, Gazala. Did I get that right? You're gonna have to correct me too. I am so sorry, gang. You have to correct me. Amy Small. See, Amy, I got that. Thank you, Amy. Amy Small. I got that. That was an easy one for me. Stephanie, Ann, let's see, Joe, Jade, Lisa, Robert, Marina, Allison, Angela West, Tammy Harris, Teresa Franklin, Beverly Lynn, Alexis D'Angelo, Christina, is it Ramadan, Kristen Jackson, Vincent Vandenberg, Jessica Hernandez, Anthony Ambrose, Henrik, Cameron. Congratulations. Welcome to Tribe, my friends. I'm so excited to have you. Oh my goodness. It is going to be an amazing experience. Okay, so let me quickly riff through some more questions here. Desiree said, I had a founding member launch last year in September and haven't opened my membership up again since. Will Tribe help me launch again after being off the scene for so long? Heck yeah, Desiree, for sure. Like, first of all, congratulations that you did your founding member launch, but doing a relaunch of that's yes, absolutely, we walked through that. And you'll see that. This is why so many alumni have returned, because it's so valuable to be immersed in this environment as you are launching and as you are growing and scaling the membership. So yes, absolutely. Guest 5854 said, great work, Stu and team. Thanks for all you've provided thus far. You're welcome. Can you please talk a little bit more on the upgrade for people working as partners and where to find the pricing and take advantage of the bonus offer for today? So the bonus offer is provided for everybody who registers by midnight tonight. So you must register by midnight tonight to get the Simple Profits bonus. Here's the thing. Register tonight. Don't put it off until later in the week. Register for tonight, because then you get the extra bonus, right? It makes sense. Now, as far as the partner upgrade, a week from once the dust settles this week, a week later, we will be sending you an information on how you can upgrade to include a partner, which will give them access to the course, which will give them access to the community, and certainly a ticket to Tribe Live. So all of that information will be communicated a week next week, essentially next week. Dennis said, how long does it last, the Tribe experience? A year, 6 months, and then what? Do we pay the same amount every year? Dennis, the whole Tribe experience is 10 weeks, essentially. And then in terms of do you pay the same amount every year? No. We give a steep discount for alumni who want to upgrade and join us each year for the live experience. Patricia said, I'm launching an online class with the plan of creating a membership later on, but would like to have at least 2 online classes out there. Questions. Does it make sense for me to enroll now? With the Tribe program, is there support for launching online classes as part of the foundation to create an online membership? So here's the thing, Patricia. If you are about to launch an online class, you absolutely should be thinking about a membership, because it's not a question of should I do this or should I do that. It's you should be doing both, because at the end of the day, when you get to the end of your course, people are going to say, well, wait a minute, like what now? What next? Where's the community? Where do I go to if I got questions and support? And that's why a back-end membership is a perfect complement to the course that you're about to run. And what I would say is that you are far better off thinking about this sooner rather than later, because once you get into your delivery of your course, you're going to have those people who are going to start asking those questions, and it's a lost opportunity if you don't offer. It's like Bobby Price this week. I mean, he was coming to the end of his course, and he heard about the founding member launch through the free trainings. He's like, okay, I'm going to go for it. So he did, and 55 of the 108 people joined him for his membership. I mean, that is what we commonly see, a high conversion rate for smaller audiences, because you have a more intimate relationship with those people, especially when you are taking them through a course. And by the way, it's also one of the most rewarding parts, because you are with people during the journey of them implementing what they've learned from you in the course. So you're going to see they will experience more success, and you will certainly have a lot more stories. Gene said, how much time does it take to maintain a membership? Well, that's a loaded question, Gene, because it takes a lot more time when it's done the wrong way. So doing it the right way means that you can do it in, it depends. Again, it depends on how you structure your content and how often you want to launch your membership. But, we were catching up with Holly George, and Holly launched a membership last year called the Twister Hood, and it's for balloon artists, people who make balloon animals. And what was amazing about it was that she welcomed more than 400 plus members. Now, we caught up with her just a couple weeks ago, and when she launched, it was generating over $6,000 a month. Now it's increased. It's more than $7,000 a month. And she was saying to us that it has been a lifesaver for her because her husband's in the Air Force. And so he's gone a lot of the time and she's at home with her 2 young daughters. So she said the membership has been amazing because she works a couple hours and then she could spend the rest of the time with her kids. And yet she's generating more than $7,000 a month in a membership teaching people about balloon animals. So really, at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to your content strategy and how often you want to market your membership. Claire said, once I've signed up to Tribe, do I have lifetime access to that tribe? I think I read that somewhere, but I'm a bit worried I'll fall behind. Yes, Claire, when you register for Tribe, you always have lifetime access to your version of the course. So if you want to refer back to it like 6 months from now or 6 years from now, you will always have access to your version of the course. When alumni upgrade, they're upgrading for the live experience and for being able to get access to the new version of the course. Neil said, what to do if your people need to see a result in a short time frame, but there is a lot of information for them to consume in order to know what to do? Neil, this is really a success path question, and the reality of it is that you need to redefine what success and progress looks like. So you, by the sounds of it, are describing the end win, like the stage 5 win. And what I'd encourage you to do is to break that down using a success path. And what you'll find is that when people are making progress, even if it's little progress, they're going to feel validated and find comfort in that. And that is what you focus on. Not necessarily the big leaps, but the small little wins and baby step progress, because even that is a huge win for so many people. And when they are experiencing that forward progress, they are going to stay happy and paying as part of your membership. Okay, Uzma said, I'm still confused on how to have older members and then new members come in. How do you get them on the same page without the older ones getting bored and the new ones getting confused? That's really, again, comes back down to your success path, meaning when they join your membership, you should be doing a survey that's asking them different questions to help them identify where they are on that path and that journey. And when they identify, now you can provide them clarity as to what to focus on in the membership. So you don't want people getting access to, and seeing, just coming into a membership and seeing like all the information without knowing like what they should be focusing on. And so that onboarding survey is really important. It helps them identify where they are on that journey and it helps give them clarity on what they should be focusing on. So you'll have people who are on the later stages, you'll have people who are in the earlier stages, but they'll know exactly what to be focusing on based on where they are on their journey. Emily said, how do you recommend getting feedback from members about how they are doing learning the skills, solving the problems? Now, there's weekly check-ins, there's all kinds of tests and surveys and things of like that nature that you can do. But yes, you want to be doing that on a regular basis to have your pulse or to have your finger on the pulse of where people are at. And what you'll find, Emily, is that your members are generally going to be in 1 or 2 stages. But over time, you will start to see your members begin to progress and to make to make progress along that success path. So what that is going to do is going to certainly influence the way in which you teach and where you put your focus in terms of the type of content. Okay, so I see that there's a lot of questions of people getting their knickers in a twist about what the price of the tribe is going to be after the tribe experience. Listen, there is no price. You have lifetime access to your version of tribe. You will always have access to your version of the tribe. If you wish to upgrade to next year's version, we extend more than a 75% discount to our alumni. So we always extend it, and you do not have to pay that by any means to continue your access to your version of the course. You will always have access to your version of the course 6 months from now, 6 years from now. So always have access to your version of the course. Okay, Chelsea said, does a front-end membership at a lower price make sense for a more expensive course on the back end? 100%, Chelsea. Yes, absolutely. The reason being the front-end membership is going to serve as a phenomenal lead source for your back-end course, and it's going to help you generate a lot of recurring revenue as well. Adrian said, can you do a founding member launch if you already have a course, or should you do a back-end launch? Yes, you absolutely can do both. That's essentially, as I said, what Bobby Price has done this week. He is finishing his course, And so he did a founding member launch to those members who are going through that course. Renee said, when you refer to lists, are you referring to email lists or our total reach across various social media platforms? Yes, there's definitely a distinction between a platform and a list. Platforms are like your social media, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, etc. And then your list is your email list. And there's a distinction because your platforms you don't own, your list you do. And so I want you to use your platforms to build your list so that you are going from a platform that you don't own to an asset that you do. Okay, I'm going to wrap up here and wrap up a few questions. So here's what I want you to do. Number one, is I want to encourage you again, come join us for the Tribe Experience. Go to tribeworkshop.com/join and join today. Why? Because you'll also get the Simple Profits bonus. This early bird bonus expires tonight at midnight. So again, just remember, you can get started for $397 today plus 5 additional monthly payments. Or if you want to save several $100s, join us for $1,997 by paying in full. When you go to tribeworkshop.com/join, you will see the details and will be able to join us right away. And when you do, you'll get access into the members area where you'll be able to access the introductory module plus the Q&A library. And then on Monday, May 11th, we officially kick things off. We have our opening ceremonies, and that's when we begin the Tribe Experience. Okay, I'm going to answer 3 more questions. Guest 4032 said, what about if you are just starting so you don't have a following or anything yet? Is it too soon to look into Tribe, or do you need to have developed content first and then you can join Tribe? No, you don't have to have developed content first. Obviously the foundation module and the content module are going to help you get that clarity. But the one thing that I would say to you too is that the instant audience bonus is going to be a big asset for you, because that's going to help you really understand how to begin growing your audience from scratch. And remember, you don't need a big audience. You don't need tens of thousands or thousands. Just a few hundred is all it takes, and you're going to see just how quickly that can happen. And by the way, do not put this off, because you'll be shocked at what can happen over the course of a year. Like Brandy Moles had a teeny tiny audience of 400 people. Did a founding member launch, welcomed 23 members. And in the last year, she's coming up on her 1-year anniversary. In the last year, she's welcomed more than 250 members. That has ballooned into a 6-figure membership, all starting from a teeny tiny audience of 400 people and 23 founding members. Do not underestimate what is possible for you when you get started and when you implement. Okay, last 2 questions. Shasolia? I apologize if I'm messing up your name. Shasolia said, what is the minimum financial investment required for starting a membership as a form of income? Well, listen, we have so many people this week in the free group who have started a membership that cost them nothing to start, right? So the key is keeping it simple. Now, can you add the bells and the whistles and all that kind of stuff? Yes. But my recommendation is in the beginning, keep it as simple as possible so that you can get started, so that you can start generating recurring revenue. And as I mentioned in the presentation, that can be as simple as starting with a Facebook group and delivering the content via email, just like Cheryl Hatch did for 2 years and welcomed more than 650 paying members before she ever considered moving to a specific platform. Okay, Kathleen, good to see you. Kathleen said, I joined yesterday. Yay, good for you. Can't wait to have you inside of Tribe. She said, my question is regarding Tribe Live. If you don't host Tribe Live this year and host it virtually, do we get to attend both, choose which one we want to attend, or have to pay extra for the virtual one? Kathleen, I got good news for you, my friend. You get both. You get the virtual Tribe Live experience, and you get the in-person experience when we do host the live event. So you get absolutely both of those. Now, again, I want to remind people we have a couple payment options. Number one, you can put $397 today and 5 monthly payments of $397. Or you can pay in full and save yourself a few $100s. Or if you're in the US or the UK, you can also pay using PayPal credit, which allows you to be able to join and save a few $100s by paying in full. But you have up to 6 months to to pay that back whenever you want. So if you want to pay some now and you want to pay the rest later, you can do that. If you want to wait all the way to the end of 6 months, you can do that too. But bottom line is that PayPal credit is available for people in the US and in the UK. I wish we could provide it to everybody, but that's actually a PayPal scenario, not us. So that is also, though, an option for people as well. My friends, I want to thank you so much for joining. I want to encourage you to come and join us today. Today is the day. Why? Because you'll also get the Simple Profits bonus. That expires at midnight. So go to tribeworkshop.com/join. Come join us. This experience happens one time a year, and the whole focus is to help you launch, grow, and scale a highly profitable membership. I can't wait to help you because this experience has been uniquely designed to help you make massive progress. And that's why every single year we have hundreds and thousands of tribers who come through the program who are getting incredible results in all kinds of different markets. I want you to be one of those people this year. Come join us, tribeworkshop.com/join. All right, my friends, we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.